Hey guys, how you doing? This is Forehead Fables here for a patron episode with Poop. It's back from the beach, and now the show's gonna start.
Awesome intro. Yeah, so now we're doing a thing before the episode, and then in a second the episode will be going.
Well, because on account of we didn't shoot a good intro, we meandered into a conversation.
Nothing will really be different from right now to a couple seconds. I might not be wearing pants, but there's not really a difference at all.
Yeah, there's no difference.
But then it's going to go into conversation, whatever we start
But
with.
off camera, there might be a moment that will probably be cut where Poop violently shits his pants and has to go change them in between here and the beginning of the episode.
Yeah. Also, I showed Sam a picture of my hot brother over there, and then he made me smoke a bunch, and then, it got worse. But
it was an odd conversation off camera where he was like, look how hot my brother is.
I was like, do you want to J off? And he was like, no. And I'm like, well, like, not like, what if we just J'd off real quick to my B word? And he was like, nah. But whatever.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
His brother does look like 90s Johnny Depp, though.
Yeah, he's gotten that before. And I look like Hollywood's...
you look like a fucking kid that would take too long to order donuts and I'd run over with a fucking golf cart.
Yeah, I look like a bitch named Malachi or something. Okay, well, This is what the intro is. This is like a middle episode. Maybe the outro even. Should we just make this the outro? And
No. This is the intro. They love this intro.
Okay, yeah. They're going to be like, teasers. Teasers for later. Maybe. Or they're
going to be fucking pissed. There's no winning with these people. I feel like we could have fucking Obama on as a guest and there would be some complainer out there.
Yeah. I'm thinking this is way too long for an intro. But if we cut it within the next 5 minutes or so, we can wrap around.
Anyways,
okay.
I hope you guys enjoy. And we'll see you next
thanks.
time.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching.
Wait, this is supposed to be the intro. All right.
That's what I said. Well, guys, thanks for watching. You're about to be watching. Yeah.
You guys are about to be watching.
Continuing to watch.
Hey, stuff.
This was First Look, and now you guys are watching the thing.
What's the lady from First Look?
Maria Manounos.
Okay. What the fuck? It's like her career is so corporate and in your fucking face. You know where I saw a Maria Menounos podcast ad? I was pumping gas. And it is blasting it at my in my face. I'm sitting there filling up my car, and it's like Maria Menounos' new podcast.
I love seeing her anytime because
it's like in the weirdest places.
I've seen her at a gas station.
You get like Blade Runner level ads for her, where it's like a hologram comes out of nowhere.
Hey guys, Maria Menounos here. Who are you? What are you from?
Where the fuck is she from?
Is she
just Maria Menounos?
I literally just know her from First Look, and I hated First Look so much as a kid.
Is First Look the AMC trailer thing?
It's when your parents are like, we got to go way early to get a good seat. And you're not even seeing trailers.
No, you're just seeing Maria Menounos.
Maria Menounos giving fake trailers for movies that aren't real.
Yeah.
And then she's like, all right, guys, that was Maria Menounos with First Look. Thank you. Like, now you can watch 30 minutes of trailers. I always go, this bitch. But
she's not even
she's hot. And
she's hot, but
she's
it's
had a
not
hard
like
story.
That's not even like a
she
job.
Had a lot of struggle
To be like the person that presents trailers.
She's like girl Ryan Seacrest or something. But
Ryan Seacrest has like a day job where he like he's a DJ.
Oh, bullshit. He's like some pretty boy doing some DJ, maybe. Is he really a DJ?
Well, I mean,
Ryan Seacrest.
He's like the guy. At least
he's a fucking host. He's
he's a host for a radio
personality.
Thing. But Maria Menounos is like, I have never gotten an ad at a gas station before. I feel like they installed speakers for Maria Menounos.
No, I've gotten.
I have never had a gas station yell at me.
She's got movement, and I'm honestly starting to really respect her grind. My name in Discord.
Need gas station ads.
My name in Discord for months has been Maria Menounos.
Yes.
Because I think now, First Look is awesome. A nice little preview to a preview. I just think it's funny, but if I looked her up, I bet she's like in Saving Private Ryan or something. Like,
Yeah, I think
maybe she's an actress
known for her gas station ads, and
like she can't just be known for
the
First
people
Look.
that fall asleep in the theater and wake up and go like, "Who's this lady?"
Dude, I feel like she was like a host of something, but maybe she's an American television presenter, hosted Extra and E! News, TV correspondent for Today, Access Hollywood. Eurovision Song Contest in 2006. Interesting. And she is the CEO of online podcast network AfterBuzz TV. It doesn't mention First Look in here, but dude, I was fucking
She's
dead.
an industry plant.
Dead on the money saying she is like woman Ryan Seacrest, because this is all shit.
She's an industry plant, I think.
She
is what
is
you're
a
saying.
beautiful broad. And she's really been on her grind for a while.
She has been. Ever since I was like even a teenager. I think
since
she
I
was
a little kid. She was doing First Look, and I always hated her. And I thought to myself, do I hate her? Do I hate who made this commercial? Do I love her?
Same thing with like who's the lady from Jeopardy that it goes up there and hits the little buttons. I always hated her.
Sorry,
I'm like, who the fuck is this lady?
Manounos. I don't know her name.
Who she thinks she is, going up there and hitting the buttons and making that her whole fucking job. And then
I want to be pressing those buttons.
And then after a while, I was like, you know what? Like she's been doing it for 25 years. Like
I think I might be in love with this TV presenter.
I can't imagine anybody else doing it at this point. You know what they should have is they should give that Neuralink guy a job and have him with his mind. They cut him. They cut to him where he does.
Passes out
He's
after
shaking
everyone.
in his chair.
Nosebleed. I used too much mind power. I need to rest.
Yeah,
and then the
he's
guy's
like Professor X. They have him in his wheelchair, bleeding from his ears because he had to do too many letters.
The word is onomatopoeia. Fuck.
The guy guesses after one letter. He's like, I'm gonna solve. It's a whole phrase.
You got it right. I'm the dead man. This is a full sentence. Yeah, I hope that guy's mind power goes out and he fucking dies on TV. But no, good spirits to him. I almost said good riddance, but good praise to that man. That is
and Maria Menounos.
Yeah, and Maria.
Yeah.
Because she's had a tough time.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think she had cancer.
Having every fucking Texaco and Citgo and Marathon gas station blasting your podcast ad. If we had 10% of her resources in each, we would have our podcast would be huge.
Yeah.
What's our podcast numbers? Is her podcast more viewers than ours?
I don't. I mean,
there's no way.
She's on gas stations. I mean,
dude, if you're that desperate where you're just like gas station person,
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look up her podcast ratings.
And then we'll get some big win if we're beating them.
Dude, if we're beating her ass after she dumped gas station money, are you kidding me?
She's an Emmy winner.
So what?
I mean, it's just I didn't expect it.
She thinks she's better than us?
Okay, I'm not going to lie. Okay, like. Everyone's beating this. At least current day, it's getting 14K on the last video, which is pretty good.
Oh my god, we are beating the shit out of her.
But listen, just multiple videos before that, 900, 3K, 500, 600, and like no shame to her, but Maria. If you want to come be a guest on this podcast, hey, sweetie, you want to come? No, but honestly, it'd be quite the honor if we could get Maria Menounos.
I would just be so condescending towards her. And you'd be like,
I wouldn't want her to come on because, any person I really like, I don't want to come on because I know Sam's going to be like, you're a dumb bitch. Like, whoa.
Dude, I'm just trying to fucking enjoy my time outside the car and pump the gas, okay? I don't need you in my fucking ear going I only got 900 views on my podcast episode. Come watch it.
Do you think she came up with the idea to be on a gas station ad?
Yeah, because her little ad was like, it was like, do. Hey, you pumping gas. It's me, Maria Menounos, and I have a new podcast. Please go to Spotify and look it up.
Okay, I was going to say, I think a lot of ads are like, hey, it's me, like celebrity here. It's not normally like them making it.
Yeah.
But Maria Menounos is a little different. Well, that's why she'd need to come on. We could ask.
Yeah.
Are you the person that marketed this ad?
Yeah.
Or was it a different
Your marketing's
person?
all fucked up if you're only getting that many views with that much effort.
She's probably still getting more money.
Yeah, that's true.
More acclaim and stuff. So does it?
And Emmy, we don't even have a fucking streamy.
Yeah, like
that's it.
Yeah. Are we really beating Maria Menounos?
We're not.
No.
We don't even look like her either.
She's so hot.
She's hot
at movie theaters, at gas stations, two of my places.
Sharing
I
a
go
screen
to.
with the stars, not in the same production.
Well, hosting a lot
Yeah.
and being like, hey, and they know when she's like, hey, Maria Menounos, they're like, oh fuck yeah, I know Maria Menounos.
Yeah.
If we said hey to a celebrity, they'd say, if you fucking, I don't feel it right now, but in a couple minutes, I might fucking kill you if you keep bothering me. And I go, holy shit.
Are we still doing the intro to this episode?
Yeah, I guess I forgot where we were. I forgot where I am.
Yeah. So eventually we're going to start this episode. It's going to rock. Okay. It's going to be an insane tonal shift.
Okay. Yeah. Tonal shift starting soon. And then this is like a little like a Minority Report because the future is playing now at the beginning. And then the previous will kick in and it will all make sense like a precog. Okay, intro over. Okay, now we need to do an outro. Hey guys.
All right, while I was in there on the toilet, I did see some kind of awesome news that
like in the toilet or on your phone?
No, on my phone.
I'm bleeding out my ass. Awesome news. I shit out like a little poop baby and it was all bloody and screaming.
No, I was actually like hella constipated from that awesome dinner.
I've been shitting like really bad. Like no poops coming out.
You haven't been home in weeks.
Why are you so quiet?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have my headphones on. You just sound.
I'm across the room.
Yeah, I guess. And you're talking forward. Maybe that's what it is.
Also, I don't like project my voice as much as you.
Yeah, fair.
Because that's a sign of insecurity. I expect people to listen.
Yeah. It's a power play where you talk real quiet, so they lean in.
Yeah, so they lean in
Boop!
and listen.
Poke them in the eyes.
It's an old politician's move.
Yeah, politicians are normally meek talkers and widows.
I'm like the John Adams of YouTubers. Yeah, not a great politician. I don't schmooze my way through stuff. I just kind of brute force it by making
quietly. I quietly brute force my way verbally into politics. So what kind of news did you see while you were looking in between your legs on the toilet? Oh shit, my dick's got shrunk.
Yeah. That was the news. Is there some sort of dick shrinking genie that's been going around?
There's something in the water making my penis weird.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is your penis like way smaller than it normally is?
Something about the air here, yeah. And then what my diet I've been having, probably that shitty chicken from earlier. But yeah, my penis is looking kind of just like weird, and I haven't jerked off now. And like when last podcast, I'm like, I haven't jerked off in like a couple of days.
You didn't jerk off at all at the beach?
Nah, I've just been like, I think it's like a.
Dude, I would have gone out body surfing or something. After like a week, the wave would have hit me right.
There's like a movement. I mean, honestly, if I have a bumpy plane ride back, I'm probably just gonna fucking shoot. Oh, he's bouncing on it. Oh, the air. Oh my god.
Yo, pilot, can you do a soft landing? I haven't checked off in weeks. Not too bumpy.
A week and a half. It's like a goddamn new record since high school. But
no, what I was gonna say was. Okay, so obviously, unless you're an idiot, you've invested in NVIDIA, right?
Yeah.
So you're heavily invested in NVIDIA.
I mean, if I were truly heavily invested, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be at a cooler place.
Yeah. Well, I invested kind of like way early back in 2021, and then I sold it in late 2021.
Yeah,
and then I bought again when it was like $900. So I'm up $30.
Okay.
Still outperforming the S&P for the entire year.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there on the toilet. A lot of people are freaking out because NVIDIA just announced that they've come up with AI nurses that will help. they say lighten the burden of our lack of healthcare workers. There's a lot of people that are like, this ain't gonna be good, man. That's bad news.
I mean, horrifying. Like, I don't know what that means.
It is horrifying, but as a guy that's invested in NVIDIA,
if it works out, I mean, I'm always. I don't really know, like, how much higher do you think they could realistically go? And this is coming from a guy that has zero idea how stocks work. And I'd like to see the number go up.
It just goes up forever. The stock market just goes up.
If I can somehow make my, like, investment, if I never invest again, is there a world where it goes up to like $1 million and then I'm
$1 million a share?
Yeah, and I'm rich?
I could see that. Well, okay, so
with AI, anything's possible.
I've always heard like Berkshire Hathaway, like they're the people you need to invest in because that's like Warren Buffett. Like he's like the OG, the Oracle of Omaha. And I went and looked at like the stock price for Berkshire Hathaway. It's like $1,400 a share because they've never had a stock like dividend split or whatever, or a stock split, and they've never done anything like that. So I guess NVIDIA eventually, once the price goes up, they could split.
Wow, that sounds scary. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Know, every time it's happened, people go like, is this good or bad? Like, no, I don't know if anybody knows if it's good or bad, but I've had stocks split on me before. And then you just end up owning more stocks, but they're valued at less. But I guess in the end, it evens out. Who knows? The number goes up. Okay, that's all that matters. You guys are looking at the wrong things if you're wondering about stock price. Okay.
Thank you, Muscle Bust, by the way, because I don't even remember investing in NVIDIA. Mm-hmm. It was at 250 when I bought in. I don't remember. And I wish I had listened to, I think it was Muscle. I wish I had listened to whoever told me more, because I mean that was awesome. You know, I made some money. Well, I haven't made any money yet because I haven't pulled anything out. Yeah. Also, I don't get
on paper. You're rich. On paper, you have more money than you initially invested.
On paper, I can almost afford a full tuk-tuk, and you're gonna know what that means soon when you see the background of my podcast setup or stream setup.
Muscle Bust, awesome stock recommendation for sure. But I'm also not over you recommending those ARK-G index funds ran by Cathie Wood. I really sunk a lot of money into those. And then Cathie fucking tanked them into the ground. So you're actually kind of fucking dead to me.
Dude, honestly, I'm not going to lie. If I were you and I had sold when I did an NVIDIA, I'd probably kill myself.
Dude, I honestly, I sat there, I did the math on it.
Oh, that's the worst thing why?
I did the math on it. It was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Oh. Yeah. I was like, oh God. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll just make another Kenshi video and get my money.
Yeah. Just wait one more week of Patreon money and you'll be up a couple mil. I mean, I couldn't take that.
Yeah.
What does that mean, AI nurses? Like, will they be able to change your diaper and stuff, or are they just purely like?
I think it's my arm hurts, and then Google Lens opens up and scans your arm, and then dude, it goes like your arm has a boo boo. Put a band-aid.
Dealing with regular nurses is already bad enough, and then
I feel like they're drastically overselling the capabilities of this AI, and we're gonna get like that Elysium scene where he goes to the DMV or whatever. It's like basically Zoltar.
I just made a joke. And, stop talking.
The movie rocks. All those,
it did rock.
That movie and Precinct, not Precinct 30. What is it? District 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. The special effects in those movies rock.
I haven't watched Chappie, but I've heard it's all right.
I haven't either, but it has the best rap duo of all time in it, Die Antwoord. You a big fan of Die Antwoord?
Yeah, I think maybe it goes, whoever that is, then Outcast for my favorite rap duos.
Well, the lyricism in Die Antwoord.
I know who Die Antwoord is just because you're saying they're in Choppy. I'm assuming it's that old man and that girl.
Yeah.
And they're real.
I think they're the same age. He just aged like a cigarette.
I thought she was like 14 and he's like 50. Okay. No. And they're real rappers?
Yeah, they're like a South African rap group. You've never heard of Die Antwoord?
I know when Chappie or whatever came out.
Yeah.
That they were a thing, but no, I've never heard a song or.
Okay, so they're God, who's that guy that fucking Tech Nine?
Yeah.
And like Hobson. Like the level of corny that their music is,
Yeah.
that's like Die Antwoord, but South African.
I would be really into them. And yeah, that sounds actually really good. Yeah, I mean, just visually, you can tell they're probably not going to have like the
They're like
music for
very
everyone.
proudly white trash.
Yeah,
Which
well, like Kid
is-
Rock.
Yeah, I feel like their aesthetic is better than their music.
That's
If
fair.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like they're just fucking insane looking people. If you guys don't know who Die Antwoord is and you're like, oh, well now I want to check them out, go look up like the Ugly Boy music video. It pretty much highlights just like the guy is very unabashedly like, yeah, I look like shit. Okay. Like he's very open with the fact that he's just like the ugliest fucking dude ever.
I don't know. I was trying to think of other people where like their aesthetic are better than their music, but I mean, it's just like a lot of random like indie artists and stuff.
Yeah. Like most SoundCloud rappers.
You know whose aesthetic is as good as their music? Daft Punk. People like that, where it's like badass
Yeah.
robot stuff, and then their music.
Are you a
like
Young Lean
robot.
fan?
Not particular. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
like two of his songs in my playlist.
Which ones, if you don't
like
mind me
his
asking?
first song ever, or whatever. The big
Ginseng Strip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
That's
one,
classic.
and then
Classic.
I think just random like clicked on him, click shuffle. It's like, oh, this is okay. I mean, I could actually just check right now on my phone.
He has a song Hoover that is fucking insane, by the way.
I'm not really.
Hoover is peak Young Lean. It was like one of his best, like what I consider.
Okay,
later
I have
songs.
one Young Lean song in my playlist, and it's Ginseng Strip.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's about my extent knowledge on Young Lean. Is he like Norwegian or something, or what is he?
Yeah,
Is he
he's
like,
Swedish.
okay, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's one of those.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of a huge Young Lean fan.
I know. Yeah, you've got an interesting like 15-year-old's music taste.
I do.
No offense. to
Die
any.
Antwoord, Young Lean.
Yeah, Die Antwoord. Like the fact that you know what the people from Chappie are called. That's insane.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah, Die Antwoord. I'm actually gonna, while I have Spotify pulled up, Die Antwoord. How many monthly listeners do you think they have?
Couple million.
1.7.
1.7.
That's actually surprising. Christ, yeah, they look insane. They are really, really weird looking.
Yeah.
Which I know it's like part of it, but
I do admire Yolandi, the lady from Die Antwoord. Huge fan. I'm number one fan.
yeah, I think she's like a turtle babe. They're like Riff Raff, but South African.
Oh, by the way, I also love Riff Raff. Okay,
Who's your favorite artist? The Aphex Twin?
it's not Riff Raff, but you know what I love about Riff Raff? I found a video of him from like 2006. He hops out of his fucking lifted like Lincoln with like 30-inch rims, and he is still just Riff Raff. Like that was him before the fame. He is that guy. It's not like a facade he puts up for being a musician. He is Riff Raff, and he decided to make music. You know what I mean?
believe it, but I could be very easily convinced.
Have you
if
seen
I'd
his like he did a self-made cribs episode? His house, he calls it the Codeine Castle. It's just a big purple and purple and
I feel like
like
there's got to be
diamond.
some element of character, but maybe not.
He is a character, but it's not
that's an interesting one.
I don't think a lot of it is like he doesn't get home and like pull off the mask.
Have you
He's still just Riff Raff, I feel like.
the odd man who sings about poop, puke, and pee?
No, I haven't.
I really like that artist. It's this guy. I mean, I think he has like a record for the most amount of one person running individual Spotify accounts.
Wait, is this the guy that has the song about Tallahassee?
Yeah, I mean, well, he's got a song about everything.
Yeah, I have his song about Tallahassee in my playlist after
But
hearing
you have
his song.
poop song about Tallahassee because he has multiple about every city.
Okay, you know what? He was my hero because
Okay.
he made a song about Tallahassee, and now you're telling me he has a smear song about poop
I mean, I have in just my playlist.
in Tallahassee?
He has a song from the guy who sings about cities and towns where it's Indianapolis Song Forever.
Yeah.
And then he also has Indianapolis Poop Song, which I've been doing this fun thing where when I listen to it, I think he's saying Indianapolis Poob Song. Like I try to make myself think he's saying poob instead of poop. and it's like kind of like a custom song
That's kind of cool.
for me. Yeah, it's like a fun little, I don't know, daydream or something.
Yeah.
And then I guess today you played me like 8 songs you made yesterday. So like it's not, it'd probably be easier to just make one of your, well, you don't want to talk about those yet? What your your music that you've been making, really hardcore?
I put together kind of like a loving little mixtape for my drive over to pick up Poob.
He made like full on AI songs about what we were doing at the moment. And it took me through an entire song to realize what was happening. I mean, I didn't even notice.
A big band jazz song comes on and it's like,
I'm on my way to Blobstown to pick up Poop today. He's a friend like no other, a class act for sure. Gonna give him a lift and we'll hit the road pure alone. Pure all alone. In his suit with his hat tipped just right. Poop's the kind of guy who radiates light. He's got style, charm, and a heart of gold. Every time we're together, the stories unfold. So
Well, when the one song said Blonstown, I was like, what the fuck? Did you make this song? Because I was like, what is that? How did it say that? And you're like, what? I'm like, okay, so he's made an entire song. Apparently the song I had listened to before that, where like I wasn't really paying attention. I'm like, oh, it's a decent song. Completely fake song. A song about my dog. Another song about driving to Blonstown. There was 2 dog songs and 2 towns.
well, one was a power
songs.
ballad about Pip, about you missing Pip.
Yeah, that actually did make me. I even said this is gonna make me tear up, and then in the song, like 5 seconds later, it's like, bring a tear to my eye. It was a weird amount of effort, and I'm glad. I mean, I hope you got the payoff you wanted.
It cracked me up last night. I was laughing
Okay,
so hard
good.
by myself. I didn't even care if I couldn't figure out how to put them on Spotify. It was just making me laugh. So the fact that you did get to listen to them at all was kind of a payoff. They even have album art and stuff.
They did, and names for each of them, and name of the album, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's almost romantic, the amount of effort.
I also made, this one's really specific. It was a song from Gwen to Poob about leaving. And it's called Ultimate Betrayal by Gwen the Dog off the album Milk, Bones, and Harmony. If you guys want to hear it, here, I'm going to play it for you right now.
Okay.
what do you mean you're leaving? What do you mean you're leaving? Can I have a treat? Who the fuck is Pip? Fuck Pip. I'm Gwen and I rock. Give me tummy rubs. Give me milk bone. Forget Pip, he's a pussy. Forget Pip, he's a pussy. Give me tummy rubs. Can I have a treat? Give me a treat. I shit in Olivia's room. Give me a treat. What do you mean you're leaving?
Play the full song. Play all 4 of them right now for like 40 minutes. That should fill some airtime.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back.
And now that you're back, here's the song about here's the song about Pip.
Okay, we're back from that. Okay. And now we've made about 12 songs after the episode that we're going to interlace in. Working on an EP. And you can go ahead and buy that on iTunes.
For the people that don't know what the hell I used to make that, I got this thing sent to me by someone on Twitter, and it's called Suno, Suno. It's Mid-Journey. You just type in a prompt and a genre, and it makes a song. I was just like 80s
professional level, really good.
They kind of suck. They're like the worst.
Both the dog songs said like, "Give me a treat, I want a treat." They were like weirdly similar.
Okay. What pisses me off is the lyrics are your main gripe, and I think those are the only songs where I wrote the lyrics. So the AI is better than an actual human at writing lyrics.
I honestly, on the other ones, I don't even know if I could like process what the words were because they're just like, "I'm driving my car down." Like,
one of them is just like this like synth ballad about picking up Poob in Bluntstown, and it's like talking about the neon lights. It's like the neon lights of the Bluntstown Strip.
It's got like one sign in the entire town that lights up. Probably. I don't
Bluntstown
even know if
has,
they have
like,
a stop sign. Or
Poop's like, "Hey, pick me up at the Burger King." He's like, "Never mind. I'm gonna be at like the fucking McDonald's," and I go into Bluntstown, and there's just basically two businesses in the entire town. It's a Burger King and a McDonald's and a Texaco.
Know why we didn't go to the Burger King?
Why?
Because they had a dumpster out back. Like, you know that wall you picked me up at by McDonald's? Burger King had one, and it had like 50 turkey vultures on it. Like an insane amount.
It's just a body.
We were staring at them from the gas station, and they were like, "Oh, I want Burger King." And then we looked at it, and everyone's like, "Jesus Christ, it is like an absurd amount of turkey vultures." Like I've never seen them, in a pack that big.
There's something in that dumpster dead.
There's probably a dead person in there. And so then we went to Mickey D's, and Sam met my family kind of again. Yeah. This time in better spirits.
The first time I went to go drop,
I thought my
Poop
dad was
off.
going to kill you.
Poop was like, he laid down all these ground rules. He's like, "Don't tell them my online name. Don't be too frenzy." And I pull up and I'm like, "Oh, I
didn't say don't be too, don't look at them.
Don't divulge any state secrets," is what he told me.
Yeah.
And then I show up over there. I'm so excited to meet his family. And, for people that just got done doing like a 9-hour car ride with like a bunch of people, a 12-hour car ride with a bunch of people in the car, they sure looked like they just got finished with a 12-hour car ride. Like, they got out of the car, and I guess your brother and the other guy just didn't even like make eye contact with me. They were like, they just turned and walked. They were like, "I don't even want to speak to anybody right now." And then your dad was like, "Whatever, like, get in the fucking, put your luggage in the back."
Yeah, my dad didn't talk to me for about 40 minutes after I got in. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" He's
your
like,
stepmom's
"Nothing."
very nice though.
Yeah, no, she's super nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're all honestly really nice once you break it. I mean, it was funny when
I don't catch them on possibly their worst footing, which is right after a family car ride for 12 hours.
And there was clearly just a fight in the car, like about something. Because even when I got in there, like someone said one word, and everyone was just like, looked at it. It was incredibly tense, and I was just like, la la la. Like I tried to make a joke that did not play at all. Where I was like, halfway through the car, I was like, "Damn, this is a long car ride. Like we have to drive like 2 hours." And they were all like, real funny."
Yeah,
because I only had to
your
be
brother
in the
just
car
turns around and says, "Read the fucking room, dude.
Read the room." And he hit me in the head with a sugar glass bottle. And then I woke up there and I said, "Thanks for the shortcut. Now I'm already here." Yeah. What was I going to say about saying? Oh yeah, I was going to say they're all like super pleasant, nice. But it's funny when they dropped me off today to meet Sam. Like they were in a lot better spirits.
Yeah.
But like I said bye to like my sister, and she didn't even get out of the car or anything. Like bye, and I'm just sort of like bye. Okay, well, I tried. And then I went to give her boyfriend a hug, and he went for a fist bump. And I forced the hug. It was good, It was a good bonding week. The only thing of note I have from this trip is just spite. It's just spiteful. It's not even really a funny story, but I'll tell it anyway because I always do. And Sam already heard it because I told him about instantly when it's just been like really bothering me. It's just it's been driving me crazy actually because Okay, well, this is just a little bit of context, but my step grandfather, as I probably said before, and God, they're all looking for this podcast. So if they see it, I'll know. I'll see it on their faces next time I see him. He's an asshole, and we went out with like 15 people and got dinner, and the guy's not going to tip really, like, but you know, 15, 20 bucks. He's just like, whatever, you know. He's an old crotchety turd.
Which, by the way, like, I do get the gripe of if you're going there with like 15 people and you're the one picking up the tab.
Well, he offered to pick up the tab. Like,
if you offer to pick up, you have to do the percentage. Like, some people go like, oh, so what? It's a group of 15. Like, $60 should make you happy. If the thing is like $400, like, you still have to give a percentage tip, even though that hurts.
Even further context. Earlier in the week, we went to a bar, and he bought like 5 beers with a 20. And they had a huge tip bucket there, and they didn't give him $1 back. And they were still like getting it, I'm pretty sure. And he was like, "Hey, you forgot my dollar." And they're like, "Yeah, man, we're not trying to rob you of $1." And he's like, "Yeah, I want that $1 back." And they took it, doesn't throw it in the tip thing at all. I'm like, okay, this guy, he's not going to tip anyone. And then we go to this restaurant. This is just a big boring, like, I had cash. So I'm like, here, take cash for the tip. This isn't even like oh, look how selfless I am. I got paid back for this tip. Okay. This is not money out of my wallet. My stepmom paid me back anyway. But I didn't have any cash. And the next day I woke up at like kind of a beautiful hour. A lot of these patrons have probably never woken up at this time, but it was like 7:30 a.m. Like, it was kind of a shocking, like, men are not awake at this time. Like, the world is still asleep.
Dude, by the way, I picked you up this morning at like, I got on the road at like 7:30, and like one of the most serene drives I've had on the way to pick you up. It was like there was not a car out there.
Patrons, I don't know if you guys have ever woken up that early, 7:30, 8 a.m.
I know it's around bedtime for a lot of you, but try flipping that sleep schedule.
Work normally starts at about 3 p.m., but it was beautiful. I woke up, I was pretty hungover, and I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep again. So I was like, you know what? Why don't I go on the beach, catch a sunrise? I saw a sunrise that, you know, could bring a tear to a man's eye, really make you think. It was okay. It was red, and then once it was there, it's like, well, I can't look at it anymore. So I don't know if I get the whoopla with the sunrise. But it was nice. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go buy donuts. I'm going to get my props. I'm going to be like the nice guy of the trip. I'd heard people already talking about how they wanted donuts. There's one donut place where we go where everyone knows about it. And I think the bottle opener might be over there also. If you could grab that real quick, sweetheart. So I thought, I'm up already. We have a golf cart. I'll go get some donuts. I get there, first person in line. This is like a known donut place where if you don't get there early, there's going to be a wait. I get there, cash only. Well, I've given my cash yesterday because an old bastard with, you know, money. He's not even a broke dude. He's just an old. Okay, this is really gonna be bad if they find this podcast over because he is nice in his own ways, but whatever. This old bitch wouldn't tip a goddamn cent, so I had to give up my money that I was gonna use on, I don't know, bubble gum and candy and stuff. And now I've got no cash for the donuts, and they say, yeah, there's one bank on the island. Go over there. Go on yonder. Go get some cash. By the time I come back, there's a line. And the line's going quick, and the people in front of me, the way I'm building this up, you'd think they were rapists and murderers, but they're worse.
Even worse.
They're worse. They're these people that have no tact with, there's an entire line of people awake early, waiting for these donuts. And they have a full-blown conversation with the woman in the donut window, and she knows them. That's like, I don't know why that bothers me more.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's because, you know, like if I go to a restaurant where my family works, I'm not going to be sitting around there like, look, I'm king of the castle. But keep my head down, get my shit. I'm going to try not to look like I'm getting, you know, some sort of special privilege, even though I probably am. And these people are like soaking it in. It's a dad and his 3 little fat, stupid kids. And they all have like a vaguely, I don't know, like Minneapolis accent or something. They had that like kind of Fargo accent, which I don't know why that just even, it's like everything about them I just really started to hate. And granted, I mean, it's pretty early for me, and I haven't had my coffee or a Celsius in a week, and I haven't jerked off in a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of on edge. And I'm like, okay, like these people, they know the person behind the window. And she's like, hey, you want me to take a picture of you guys? I'm like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I'll take a picture of you guys. Like, I'm in the background of it, like holy shit.
Just arms folded.
Yeah.
With a scowl on your face.
Fuck you, bitch. I'm reaching out. It's going to be in a trial used against me. Because I'm like, no, it's just like, I don't know. Everything they did, I'm like, oh, yeah, you would do that, you bitch. Like, you're trying to make me mad. And then, they're ordering 12 donuts. And there's like, I don't know, 7 flavors. And they're like, I want, no, I want caramel. And I'm just like, dude, like, do you not realize what's happening? It takes, I shit you not, like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to order like 12 donuts. And then when they're about done, his wife and daughter come up, probably like, what's taking so long? And he's like, oh, hey, hon, like, come over here. Like, and then his little fat fuck kid with his big ideas is like, hey, mom, sis, you weren't in the group picture. We should take another one. And at this point, I'm thinking, I'm gonna leap. Like, I'm going to grab him. I'm going to throttle him. Like, I was just sitting there like, oh. And I don't normally get, like, this angry.
Yeah.
But something, I was also out of the Zens you gave me the night before. So, like, there's a lot of factors coming into my body where, like, I've not felt this way. I'm up before noon. I've been on my Celsius. No Zens.
No caffeine. No nicotine.
No donuts yet.
Yeah.
Like, and they're getting cold. I can see them get cold in the window. And like, there's a line. There's a huge line at this point. And they're like, yeah, let's do another group photo. And mom's like, you know what? I think, hon, like a little bit of a line starting to form. There's like 7 people behind me, like 7 different parties. And he's like, oh, okay. They order like 4 more donuts, like as slow as, like, just, they're, sure, they're donuts. But he knows the place. He's been here before. That's what bothers me about him knowing the woman in the window. I theorized that his dad owned the place. Don't ask me how I've come to that conclusion.
By the way, not an insane conclusion to be drawn because I have been to this exact same donut place.
It's a local joint. Okay.
They are like the soup Nazis of the donut world. Like, I have been there and they're just like, come on, hurry up. Come on. They'll like slap the top of the counter. Like, come on. There's a line forming. Come on. Let's go. Because they're kind of like we make our donuts and then we close down.
Yeah, and it's only open for like an hour or two.
Yeah,
like it's a very small window. It is
in their best interest, the workers, to get those fucking donuts in those boxes and out of the shop so they can close down. Like, they are salesmen.
Hold me back. I'm getting hot just thinking. I'm getting red with
And
rage.
the fact that this family took that much time up there, they had to have some serious standing because those workers there are bitches.
And well, the reason too, I think, because when they walked up, the woman's like, "Oh, like, look at you guys. Like, do you want me to take a picture for Glenn?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, he'd love that." I'm like, "Is Glenn the owner of this fucking shithole donut place where like the donuts are cold and all the people in line are fat little fucks?" And they're just all gobbling up like 12 donuts. It's not even a lot of donuts for like, there's like 6 of them. Like, they actually got a small amount of donuts for a fat little fuck family. Like, you'd think they get like 50, I don't know, 60 donuts. But they only got like 12, which I get, And then the mom's like, I think there's a line. Like, let's go, hon. He gives the woman like $20 bill. No, maybe, no. He gave her like, I don't know, $40 or something. She gave him back a 10. And I'll give the little fat fucker kid. He's actually not fat at all. Like, he was genuinely like a probably pretty scrawny kid. But I'll give the little fat fuck this. He was like, just put it in the tip jar, Dad. And the dad was like, and just put it in his wallet and left. And I'm like, not only have you just now pissed me off and everyone behind me, because at one point I look back, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And people are like, and now he's like not even gonna.
I love the silent rebellion of a line where they're just like, people turn around and you see that at the post office all the time.
Oh yeah, where people are like, oh
yeah, they're
just huffing.
They won't say shit, but they'll just go like, what the? They'll just do like silent.
Yeah. If I were a bigger man and more of a leader, I would have gone, "Who's with me?" Who's with me? This is insane. He should take 2 minutes max. And that's if, like, I literally fucking didn't have cash, went to a bank and came back.
They're fucking donuts,
and I could have
too.
beaten them.
There's not that many variations.
And
They're all good.
That little fat fuck's going to comment, actually, caramel's a lot to... Sure, but it's like, just get a donut, man. Like, you're going to dip it in milk. Yeah. And then I get up there, I'm like, 20 donuts, like anything. I don't give a shit, anything. She's like, how's your day?
You're just trying to beat the time.
Yeah. And she's like, how's your day going? I'm like, shut up, bitch. Like, just give me my
I want to see
donuts.
how fast you can put donuts in this box
Yeah.
and get me the fuck out of here.
Put the fucking donuts in the... I was just like...
This is a stick up. I'm going to give you money for these donuts. Go as quick as possible.
I'm going to fucking kill you if you... At that point, too, I was just like... When I went there, I'm like, yeah, I'm a good guy. Like, I'm buying donuts for the house. And then by the end of it, I'm like, fuck this house. Fuck these people.
Did they even like the donuts?
They did, but it's like, I don't care. They're like, thank you so much for the donuts, Sam. I'm like, whatever. I don't fucking care.
Dude, if someone brought me donuts, like the delight on my face is just ridiculous. Sometimes, like Abby's mom, she'll get donuts and she'll like sneak one on a napkin and bring it to me, knowing that I love little donuts because I'm a little fat boy. I love me some donuts, but boy, it takes me about 10 seconds to fill a box. Like, I don't see how you could take that long going like,
I will never eat a donut again. Mark my words.
Without thinking of those people.
We have written, this brought me to the whiteboard because I have Florida trip, the only subtopic, fat donut kids. Once again, I don't even really have fat. Underneath, want to kill? And then we brought up earlier, like, I was just thinking, like, because, you know, of course, everyone gets in the, you know, road rage or queue rage where you're like, come on, hurry up. Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like, at that moment, you know, obviously when I say these, like, I'm not actually going to kill any of these people. But it made me think, like, how quickly my life would change if I just went up to him and was like, I'm going to fucking kill you if you don't get these donuts quicker.
No. Not a threaten to murder.
Oh, well, then it got to, I'm getting to the point.
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where future me is gonna kill you. Like, I'm not gonna kill you.
Not quite a threat, but just telling them that you're escalating to that point of insanity.
I'm not there yet. I'm a rational man. But in about 10 minutes, if you haven't got your fucking donuts, I'm gonna be at the point.
I don't know if I might be at that point where I could just full ass throttle you in front of your family.
I'm about 75% right now. But in about 15 seconds, if you and your fat little fucks aren't in your, I don't know, Honda Odyssey getting the fuck out of town, I'm going to be at the point. I'm not going to now. This is not a threat of current time. This is a precog threat. Yeah, I'm going to kill you eventually. Have you seen that movie? Have you seen Minority Report?
Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where there's a version of me that will kill you.
If this was the realm of Minority Report, Tom Cruise would be landing in a helicopter and arresting me.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I didn't do anything. Yeah.
We know these people take 20 more minutes somehow to get their donuts, and you snap.
Well, that's how you know. When Tom Cruise lands in a helicopter, you know, fuck, they aren't close to being finished. They still got easily another 5 minutes left of donut picking, because that's the only thing that could bring me to that level of murder.
They park my golf cart in and like go on a walk on the beach, so I can't leave.
Double park. Yeah. Let's enjoy our donuts right here, guys.
Oh, I think I see some milk over at the gas station. But yeah, so is it legal, you think, to say that to someone?
To say I'm going to murder you. I'm getting to the point where
close. Future
me has a very, very clear possibility of murdering you if you keep going on this path.
Multiverse.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing 1 out of a million.
There is a universe where I fucking snap in about 5 minutes and
kill
murder
this little fat fuck, that little fat fuck, dad fat fuck. And then I'm going after mom with the hands.
I was telling Poop earlier, but I think it'd be great, like, from the worker's perspective, just the family slowly picking out donuts. You see Poop in the background, blurred out of focus. He's just getting fed up. He goes and gets in his car, and you see him just driving in and just take him out with his car.
That golf cart would hit them like a fucking brick wall. Those fat little fuckers. Once again, probably like 80 pounds each. But I would be shot out of the windshield if I hit them. Immovable object, you know. And Wait, no, unstoppable. Whatever. Fat little fucker and a guy that's so mad because he can't do one nice thing for his family. I am going to. No, I'm not. I was gonna say, I'm gonna say that to a person at some point. Next time I'm in line at a gas station and someone's like pulls out a bunch of quarters, I'm gonna be like, "Hey man, I don't want to freak you out. Hey man, like I'm actually cool right now. Like I'm actually totally cool.
I got it contained.
Just so you know, like I'm probably." Nah, you can't say probably because that's when it gets.
Yeah,
I could see
if
myself.
you keep going on the path you're going. There is
Sounds like someone talking to like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Like someone doing
if
heroin.
you keep going down the path you're going,
You're
right
gonna
now,
die by my hands.
There's a very clear possibility I murder you right here and now.
If you keep making bad choices, you're gonna die.
By me.
Yeah.
But future me.
Say that in a
Not me right now. This is conversational me. But in 5 minutes, it'll be like Jekyll and Hyde.
That'd be a great like intervention tactic. Like, hey, we're all here today because like we're probably all gonna kill you if you keep doing what you're doing right now. Like you're gonna die, and it's gonna be us.
Yeah.
The drug's not gonna kill you before we do.
Well,
probably.
no, it's not like an intervention thing. It's like it's
almost
when
like
you
a-
have like a family asshole that doesn't tip at dinner and stuff. Yeah.
Hey,
This
hey,
is an
Poppy.
asshole intervention.
Hey, Poppy, not to make a big deal, but I could see myself getting so upset, you know, because I used to be a waiter.
Yeah.
I might kill you later. He'd probably, I don't know how a real person would react to being told. I would be incredibly scared if someone said that to me. I wouldn't call the cops because they haven't really threatened me yet. Like I don't even think legally I could do anything.
Yeah.
I think it's actually an okay thing to say, but I'd be really scared if like my grandpa looked at me and was like, "Hey, if you try to tip again, if you try to over tip me one more time and embarrass me in front of my family, I could get to the point where I'm going to kill you."
I don't know what future me holds.
Yeah.
You know?
The future is unknown. And I'm a great wrath ready to be unleashed. I go, I don't know. And I don't know the future either. I could see myself dying to your hands one day. Whatever. One of those kids' name was Malachi. If you know a kid named Malachi that was in Florida, if you're like somehow a patron that's friends with like I don't know, 8-year-old kid that is indecisive and named Malachi, and just let him know that there's a world out there where a man
Hits him with a golf cart.
It's not going to. I'm not saying it's going to happen because right now there's no way.
Yeah. But on the off chance that he's ordering donuts at an incredibly slow pace.
If next year I go back and that family's there will be something bad. I'm going to get a call from like the precogs or whatever our realistic version of that is in this world, the CIA or something.
Yeah.
Hey man, you're making a lot of threats lately.
I had a great idea for you know that game Shadows of Doubt?
Oh yeah, the like Robloxy investigative.
Yeah.
game, yeah.
I did some voice work for them where like I'm in one of their TV commercials that is in game.
Oh, that's cool. Did you sign an NDA for this or no? Because I haven't heard of this show. Figure that out, and if it's in here,
I'm gonna have some emails to go rifling through. I sign stuff willy nilly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was like, oh, I should tell them about this idea that would work perfectly for their game, and then I realized like, what if they make it? Like, I'm not gonna just give them my awesome idea that they can profit off of. So my idea was like that game is.
So I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah, I'll give it to you guys
Bunch
at
of people
least.
like-
You guys pay every month for awesome ideas and whatnots.
Yeah.
It's Shadows of Doubt. It would work in a game like Shadows of Doubt because it already has the framework for investigation happening. But I always thought like a precog game would be cool where you get the name of someone that's going to be killed, how they're killed, and then you have to figure out who's going to do it, where it's going to happen. Yeah, so you would basically get like at the donut stand, 8-year-old boy named Malachi, golf cart
Strangled
bumper.
from behind, throttled.
And then you show up to the donut stand and you see Malachi going, "Mom, let's get another
And you
family
see
picture."
A guy going, "Oh, there's no way." I see the donuts getting cold.
Yeah.
And who did
and
it?
then you see him sitting there in the golf cart lining up. Like, if I fucking like gas it in this direction. I should be able to take
it's-
them out and pin them against the wall.
Take an incredible investigator to be like, who did this? Was it this
The one
insane man?
The one guy tapping his foot angrily,
Because every time they're like, I was like behind them verbally going, no,
tearing out
What?
air.
No, it can't be. And they're like, what? Did you say something? I'm like, no. And then they'd be like, and one more. And I go, what? No, please. And then an investigator showed up from the future and saw me. He tried to kill me, but I grabbed him. My rage. No, that would be a cool idea.
Yeah.
It couldn't have the time, obviously. Well, would it have the time?
What do you mean?
Like, it'd be like a guy who's killed in the diner at 10 o'clock.
No, you
His
just
name.
know he's gonna happen. It's
Okay.
gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because then you just literally show up and be like, "Who's?"
Yeah, I guess what you would get is probably like a visual to scrub through, like in Minority. If you guys haven't seen Minority Report, it's these three
Lens flares on
weird,
screen.
yeah, these three weird little clairvoyant bald people that they have floating in a sensory deprivation tank, and when they dream of murders that are going to happen, and so then they record those dreams with some sort of like crazy fucking like hand recording device, and they scrub through it with these little gloves, and just like they see the scene of the crime, and they're able to like figure out what time it is. If there's like an alarm clock in the background, they go sifting like CSI through CCTV footage and try to figure out where it happens, who it is, what time it happens, and then stop the murder before it happens.
Crimes aren't necessarily gonna happen. What's the like big twist? Where like when he's trying to find out?
The big twist is that there was a murder that happened where a guy drowned his wife, and like the precinct chief or whatever went back in time, found that recording of the murder, and then he recreated that same murder.
Oh, so they think it's the
So
old
that they
one.
think it's that old murder, because sometimes the precogs have nightmares of previous murders, and they chalk it up to like, oh,
Smart.
it's just a prior murder. To just murder someone in the exact same way.
It's like it's like in the 80s when that kid was taking too long to order them donuts.
Yeah. Oh, this is people have been
Wait a
dying at that
second.
donut stand for decades.
That kid's on iPhone. What the hell? This is new. That little kid's watching TikTok out loud while a guy behind him is going crazy. I'll think, scrolling on his phone, his fat little fingers scrolling. Yeah, that's basically the only thing of consequence that happened that entire week of me being gone.
Well, it's funny how a lot of people, like, have you ever noticed like women that have a horrible marriage and then they divorce, and then like a decade later they only remember the good times. They have a tendency to forget the bad things that
I don't
happen.
know if I've ever seen that.
You've never seen that? No, like the longer
Every
my
woman of divorce I know is like,
jaded and angry.
or just like
My
it
mom,
was all right.
like the older she got, she was like, your dad wasn't half bad, like,
Oh, I see. Like, yeah,
like
they look
maybe
back fondly.
yeah, and they try to remember the good times over the bad times. I feel like that's not the case with me. I feel like not the case with you. I feel like in 20 years you're gonna remember just that fucking donut shop asshole and nothing else about
I'm
that
a
vacation.
grudge bearer. If
Yeah.
if I'm ever like at a party in 40 years and a guy's like, "Yeah, Malachi, nice to meet you," and I go, "That's funny."
You ever
I
had a
don't-
donut?
Yeah, I don't know a lot of people name that. You ever eat a donut? Yeah, sure, plenty of times. I'm from Minnesota.
Scalp him.
You betcha. Oh my god. Yeah, rip his head clean, his hair clean off.
I think scalping needs to come back. It's such an insane way to maim somebody.
Do not let this kill you. Bang! I still want some more. Bang! Do not ever do that to me again. Scalp him. Yeah, scalping. Let's bring it back in a big way.
There's some things that are in vogue, like right now it's in vogue to suplex people into concrete. You see that a lot in online fights, but scalping, I feel like
neck chops and like eye pokes are like in vogue.
Yeah,
But scalping, yeah, that
when
is.
was the last time that happened? It's probably been a while.
In the idea of scalping someone with just your bare hands is also an awesome feat.
Yeah,
And it's just a truly incredible display of power.
to just like peel someone's head like an orange. It's
Stick your thumb in their temple.
Yeah.
Start peeling it off.
I think I've been reading Blood Meridian. Incredibly hard book to like. You can just read like a chapter at a time before you're just your heart's just real sad.
That was like me with Hunger Games when I was a kid.
Yeah,
And
it's
Fennec died.
it's such a demoralizing read. And I think they describe it in that book as the way that they scalp. They just cut at the hairline and then they just yank on it like Arthur does with a fucking rabbit skin, you know. And they just fucking pull it back. I'm like, dude, I would prefer, I think, for you to just cut that shit, like cut a Dr. Phil haircut into my head.
I think I prefer to just be shot in the head. I think I prefer to stab through my brain.
Okay, I want you to just like hold my head by my hair and then just use a shotgun and blow the remaining bit off.
And then you have a little bit of scalp.
And then you'll have a scalp left in your hand.
Hey, man, what about instead you just blew my head off with like a cannon or something?
Like, I bet you haven't done that yet.
Yeah. Or just like, like attach my body to a bunch of cinder blocks and then my head to another cinder block. I don't know where I'm going with this. Throw me, I guess, somewhere. I don't really know how physics work, but somehow a way to have, like, maybe I'm chained to a wall with my hair. All my hair is braided into a net, and then you just like throw my body somewhere. Just some way.
You get like those Hellraiser little chain hooks on your scalp. And then they have somebody to pull on your feet.
A big guy. Just like,
you got Mongo pulling on your feet.
Ooh, Mongo likes scalping. Speaking of books, this is one of the things I've written. Well, there's actually a lot of glare.
Yeah, by the way, we wrote stuff on this whiteboard. My stuff, so legible. Boob scratches with like his little gremlin writing.
Yeah, I don't write super good.
Well, you do it small though.
Yeah, I do. I've always written small.
Yeah.
Undercompensating for something, perhaps. But guys, and this is pretty specific to the people that I talked about Way of Kings for like 3 months, and like 8 guys.
Oh, this is specific to the patrons that can read.
Yeah.
So
And
like 12 of them.
well, I listened to the second one in audiobook, so that's also if you can listen, which
as a podcast viewer.
Yeah, if you're a viewer that can't listen or read, okay, this is not going to be for you. This is not for the mute and deaf and blind.
Mute and deaf, the mutant deaf.
The mutant deaf
Yeah.
and the blind. That liked my suggestion of Way of Kings, or you've already read it or something like that. I've just been put on to a new series. Well, my brother technically bought it for me like months ago, and I remember thinking, I gave him Way of Kings, I gave him Berserk, and he read them. So I'm like, I need to do that. I need to like at least read this. But I read the back of it, and I'm like, it just looks. I don't know, maybe like a little cliche, or it's just like, so it just seemed at the time like very high fantasy, which don't get me wrong, like love Lord of the Rings, but it's like, there's like the good guy and the bad guy, and it's like the light bringer, the dark star, the black heart. Fuck all that, okay? I took this book to Florida. Wish I had brought all 4 of them, because I was thinking, last time I went to Florida, I brought Small Gods by Terry Pratchett, like a Discworld book. It's like this big. I didn't finish it. I brought Galapagos. Wait, is that what it's called? Galapagos by Kurt Vonnegut. It's like this big. Didn't finish it. Got like most of the way through. I'm like, that's pretty good. I'll finish it later. This book is like 700 pages. Read it in a day. Incredible. Malice is what it's called. And I don't know the author's name. I want to say John Gwynn or Jonathan Gwynn or something. It's a good-ass book, especially if you like Way of Kings. Pretty similar in some ways, and
Is
like
it fiction?
I do like fiction.
You
books.
like fiction too?
Yeah.
I love fiction.
Really?
Yeah.
Not.
That's rare. That's a rare
Not
moment.
many people like. I've never heard people that like fiction books before.
That's why we make such a dynamic duo on here.
Yeah,
is our love for fiction.
Funny. Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, I like fiction books. Weird. Anyway, yeah, it is fiction. I didn't think you'd ask me that. Was Blood Meridian?
No, that's nonfiction.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't like those too much. They're real, you know that, right? Nonfiction books are real. I don't like
That's
that.
the scary part about all the scalping is knowing that this shit happened.
No, Malice. I think it's called the shit. Because Way of Kings is the Stormlight Archives. This one's called like the Truth and the Valor. So I don't know what the whole series is called, but there's I think 4 of them. I just finished the second one today on my way down to meet Sam. Good shit, guys. Pretty exciting. A little, fantasy. Like the first 100 pages, you're gonna be like, okay, I just got introduced to 15 different characters, and all their names are kind of odd and vague. Their fantasy names and shit. But then you hit a point, you hit a stride where you're like, okay, this is actually coming along quite well. I'm going to be talking about this series more when I get into the 3rd and 4th books. But right now, it's pretty biblical in some ways.
You know what we should do?
What?
Not to cut you off.
No,
but
please. I'm pretty much about done.
I think what we should do is we should make a concerted effort to expand our audience's horizons in the fields of literature. I think we should have like one, it would give us something to talk about, but maybe we in tandem read a book. We just agree upon a book to read.
Book club.
A book. Well, I don't want to say book club because then the viewers would be like, gay,
Well, also,
but like
if we said book club, Brian, if he's actually watching this, would go, I said something about a book club months ago.
He did say something about it.
Brian actually did.
Yeah.
Real Brian.
Yeah.
Don't quit calling me dummy. Brian did say, whatever. I can't do dummy bits. But he mentioned a book club.
He did.
And now we're going to take that idea. And now that he's gone.
Every once in a while, he would have like a good idea.
Which is funny because I don't know if he's ever read a book. But he did bring up the idea of a book club.
He does read a lot of game manuals and stuff like that and game wikis.
I think he said gay manuals. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. But like,
he's trying to wrap his head around
like
it.
the gay Kama Sutra and
Yeah.
stuff.
He's trying to figure out how it works. I had to explain to Abby's grandma one time at Thanksgiving dinner how gay people had sex because she didn't.
Well, they just
She
like
was-
pretend there's a pussy there.
She's like, I don't even know how they like do it. And I had to like tell her like they put their cocks in each other's assholes. Like I had to, because she just could not fucking fathom
And they
it.
like suck each other's cocks, grandma, and like also
the average
they've got the
stuff.
standard like hand.
They do half the
jobs,
stuff you do,
blow
Grandma.
jobs.
So,
Yeah. Well, can you not? Have you ever made a penis come? Then you're about halfway there. You can probably think of a couple ways, and then the other way would have to include your asshole, you dumb bitch. And then also when you turn around, bam, it's right up there. Yeah, that's disgusting. Not gay sex, but
No.
your grandma being so blissfully unaware.
Well-
You should have shown her an example of it. Okay, Zach, come over here. I'm going to show you how gay sex looks. And if you're curious about incest, I've got another lesson for you.
Yeah, this is a twofer.
Oh, fuck, he's bouncing.
You're getting a double lesson here.
Okay, this is Puppet Brian. Okay, now I'm going to show him. Oh, fuck. Oh shit, I'm actually coming. Holy shit, Grandma. I'm actually kind of. Bubby, what's
Yeah.
happening? Don't think.
You know what's funny is I never even thought to give her some sort of visual because she followed it up with she followed it up with immediately. I don't know how snakes climb up trees. I think they have suction cups on their stomachs. And I was so baffled by that one. I was like, okay, we will skip by the gay
I
sex
thought that
thing.
was like a euphemism for a second. Like a,
She's like,
a riddle.
Yeah. There's a couple things where I was like, have you like
I don't know how snakes grow.
Yeah. like just some of the things that she'd say, like, have you ever like just thought like a fucking human for fucking 10 minutes?
I don't know how gay people have sex. I don't know why an apple falls from a tree
Yeah.
and hits the ground. I don't know.
Yeah. Why are things heavy? Like when I let go of things, they go down.
The snakes have like little wings on them and fly them up. How come a monkey can climb a tree but a fish can't? I'm just a little confused. Yeah, if my it's so funny.
Well, what's funny is like as a person that I like married into this family, and so I'm talking to this lady, and I don't know, you know me, I'm better on like a one-on-one scenario than like in a group. And so like I usually, to get to know someone, I kind of like partition them off from the rest of the group, and I usually
Corner 'em.
I corner them, and then I put my hand on the wall and kind of like I lean in on them so they feel like
I
trapped.
heard you were wondering how anal worked earlier.
And you know, I was like talking to her, and I kind of got this stuff out of her. You know, when you corner someone and ask them how gay sex works and they don't know.
Tell me what else you don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was asking Abby about it. She's like, I don't know. I've never had rarely had like a one-on-one with her, and she just doesn't have those kinds of conversations where she's like, how do gay people work? Type of stuff.
Why'd she ask you again?
I was just bringing up gay stuff at Thanksgiving dinner, but
yeah, turkey's asshole is like kind of like a dude's asshole. You know how gay people
so
have.
I just wonder, has she always been that way, or is that like she's old? That was towards the end of her life. Is she just like have dementia,
like losing it?
Yeah, but like I asked Abby, I was like, have she always been that way? And she's like, I don't know, I never had that kind of conversation with her.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah,
It's
kind of.
You should.
odd.
Yeah, I need you to go to some of my family members and that we never. Really
I'll pry some stuff out of them. I love broaching taboo topics. Mostly because it
Wonder why I'm scared of this guy meeting my family. Yeah,
I was
it's
a
like
good boy.
I know you were.
I
really
was a good boy.
You were really good. You were pleasant and.
You were appalled.
You know, when they met you the first time, even though they were all pissed off in the car, they were like, he seems like a good guy. Like, he seems like a nice guy. Like, because everyone in my family's worried. Like, you work with some online guy we don't know. Like, what's he going to fondle you or whatever? And
well, I've been trying to get him to drink a little bit more. And he's usually like,
he kept asking me if I knew how gay sex worked. And I'm like, yeah.
I was like, do you really know how it works?
But do you
and
know what it feels like? I'm like,
yeah,
whoa.
I did explain to him on the road earlier that like me offering to blow you isn't how any sort of like that's not how this is gonna work. Like if anybody's getting head, it's me. Okay?
Yeah, well, it's because I asked if he would take a deal where a guy offered to let Sam blow him.
Yeah, for money.
Yeah. Wait, no, for money.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. You have to blow him and you give him money or something.
And I was like, I don't know if this is you trying to do some sort of sex thing within.
No.
Yeah, I was like, in this company, okay.
I was like,
I get blown.
I was like, grandma. I was just like, how's that work?
Yeah.
How does getting a promotion for head work? Do you give me a blowjob and I get more money?
No, if you want to raise here, you have to blow me for sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not giving out money to give head. That's insane.
And in other news, next podcast, I've got a mink fur jacket on, big gold chain.
Next podcast, I'm just completely fucking like drained. Whatever. It's just another episode.
Oh, I'm tired. I just came like.
And you have all this shit on, and you keep going like, oh, my jaw. Oh,
the public episode viewers just don't know why. Clearly, I've got like cum all over my face. You guys wouldn't get it. You'd have to subscribe to the Patreon to know what happened here. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I've got cum all over me and my jaw hurts. And Sam's going, oh, my penis has just been blown so hard.
Bouncing on it. I don't know why you've been working bouncing on it.
I don't know where
it is funny.
Where
like,
I heard
he's bouncing on it.
I think I watched some TikTok or something where
For the patrons that are watching this, these tubes will be coming out to you shortly. Keep an eye out for a tube that looks just like this one, because there's about 80 of them going out, 40 of each type of print. Randomly. I'm going to be taking addresses and throwing them onto tubes, and I'm not going to say I am.
Yeah.
We did the collaging, we did the printing, we did the signing, we did the tube stuffing.
We worked almost all in all a goddamn full day's work for this shit.
And Abby will be mailing it
and
out.
$100 in resources, really. It's not cheap to get paper that big or to get ink and tubes.
That actually was over $100 worth of paper, but the tubes were about $200, I think.
Yeah, guys, so do the math. And that's like 90% of the
and then
Patreon.
all the fucking ink,
I actually am going to put
Yeah, if you just see some people see a random tube with their address on it in front of their door and they stomp on it.
And if you get one of the prank tubes we send out, we're so sorry, but we thought it'd be really funny.
You send out a couple glitter bombs.
There's a couple glitter bombs, one with a real snake in it.
Yeah.
So open it cautiously, but don't throw it away.
Oh, and by the way, whichever patron made this beautiful wood-handled bottle
It is
opener,
really nice. I'd like one.
One of the nicest things in my house.
Hey, where's mine?
Shh.
Yeah, whatever.
I do get some things in the P.O. box where people are like, give this to Poob. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, now I'm at his house. I haven't got a goddamn thing. I've heard him say like 100 times, like, yeah, this is for you. Now I'm here. He's like, I don't remember. There's something around here.
Yeah.
I think it was like your TV and your computer and like this little thing, like a couple of the beers and stuff. Yeah, that camera. Yeah, like whatever you guys send in, just like let us know and I'll take it home. This Morpheus glass. Give me those.
These are mine, dude.
No, Sam was actually... He's an incredibly good host, and he's letting me keep one of these mic arms. So
Yeah, you say that, but you know what? At first, you were a great guest, and then today for dinner, you fucking pissed me off.
that's
so
the
much.
hardest I've laughed in so long. Is we went to this Chinese restaurant to get dinner, and Sam's like in the car. He's like, "Hey man, like I really need a big win lately because like things aren't going good with Abby and I, and like my kind of standing in the family is like dropping. Like
Yeah.
I'm not really doing that well." Anywho, he's like, I hope you really like this meal we're about to eat, the succulent Chinese meal, because I like it and my brother likes it, but my brother will eat literal dog shit out of the backyard, but no one else likes it. And I'm like, okay, man. Like listen, he's my boss, but I'm not going to be like, I love this food. It's so fucking good. Manja, feed me more shit if I don't like it. So I was going to give an honest review. I don't even remember, like, I had some really awesome burns in front of his family, and they were like all cracking up laughing. And they were all like, yeah, he's a dumb piece of shit. Because it was bad. I mean, it was okay. What I ordered was wrong. I ordered the wrong thing. I ordered garlic chicken.
This place, by the way, if you're in Tallahassee, it's called Ming Tree Cafe.
Yeah.
Ming Tree Cafe.
He's a Ming Tree maniac.
I love it.
I think
Their
it's okay.
sesame chicken
I think it's okay.
is incredible. I get this shit. Abby goes like, oh, not Ming Tree again. She fucking hates it. And I go like, what? There's nothing wrong with it. I haven't had anybody else that has had her sentiment towards it.
So
and Poob goes off the fucking reservation and orders garlic chicken, which just by the name sounds like shit. Okay. And he gets garlic chicken.
Honestly,
by the way,
crab rangoon was
this place
awful.
has some of the worst customer service. Like you roll up there, they don't even let you inside.
I
They
actually
just
think
like
that's great.
you just pull up. You can't even see what the kitchen could be. Absolute mayhem with rats running the place, like Ratatouille style.
Yeah, his favorite place.
It looks like a porn shop. Like you
Yeah.
can't see in the windows,
and
and
there's
all
like tits all over it. and
you
stuff.
have to call in your order, and then they just walk it out to your car. They go like, "What's your name? What does your car look like?" And they walk it out, give you your food in like an old liquor store box.
Yeah.
They have all your food in it. And Poob's food looks like just mushed up dog food, like canned wet dog food.
It had a certain slime to it that I didn't
It was
expect.
fucking gross.
And also, when you get
The
garlic
kids-
chicken, I'm thinking like, I don't know what I'm thinking. It's gonna be like some garlicky chicken. It's like half garlic, half chicken. Like there's a lot of garlic in there.
The kids didn't even touch their plates.
No.
Abby took like one bite.
Well, he told me too that they all hated it.
They
So-
all hate it.
Also, here's the thing that
I was
pissed me
hoping
off.
you would be like, I love it. Yeah, like there's like I needed an outside opinion, and you ordered like shit food.
Well, I ordered crab rangoon also, and it's like that's hard to fuck up. And when I took my first bite in the car, Sam's like, "I really hope you like this place, man, because no one else does." I took a bite of the crab rangoon. I'm like, "Well, I'm not gonna judge it yet, but if I were going to, like, this is awful." And I was thinking at first when I ate it that he was playing a like maybe teaching me a lesson, because earlier he's like, "Do you want Chinese food or do you want Abby to cook?" I'm like, "Man, whatever's easiest." And I'm thinking he's got like a weird problem with me being like, like taking in his hospitality. That's not how you say this. Being a gracious guest. he's got a real problem with like the fact I didn't eat his candy on his desk, you know? So I'm thinking he's teaching me a lesson for being like, I'll eat whatever. So he's buying me prank food that's purposely awful. That way I'm taught a lesson.
You ordered prison slop from the best
I'm
Chinese
taught a
place.
lesson. Well, he's also like, Abby hates it. The kids hate it. I'm like, why are we eating it then? You know, because everyone's eating it. It was mid. It's okay. It's nothing crazy.
Well, now
But his family and I all laughed at him.
The overwhelming consensus is that the fucking food sucks. You know what? I'm happy. I got like 3 plates worth of leftovers upstairs.
Dude, I mean, it was at its best. It was like Panda Express quality. And you're going to throttle me.
Yeah, you have no idea how much
Precogs
you
right there
threw
rolling.
a fucking wrench in my entire like culinary existence
You
in
know,
this house.
if
because I will never
Oh, yeah.
I will never be able to enjoy Ming Tree again. She will not let me order it.
No, that was-
because there's an outside opinion now where
Yeah.
people are just like, it sucks.
And, well,
You ordered gruel. You ordered like Chinese garlic gruel.
3/4 your house already hates it. It's probably not a good thing to order.
But I buy it, so I'm like, my vote has to be a little bit more than a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old.
The funniest, I was like crying, laughing upstairs because he kept saying stuff. I'm like, you know, I'm just like shitting on the food just because like Abby's cracking up, and you know, I'm talking about like dog won't even eat it and all this stuff. And then afterwards, you know, he's like a real sad. He's like on the verge of tears, and he's like, okay, like kids, like what kind of ice cream cone do you want? Like cake cone or waffle cone? And they pick cake cone. And he's like, yeah, that's the best type of cone. I'm like, yeah, you would think that, you dumb bitch. Because, like, of course your opinions suck. And he's like, no, like, it is the best, right, Abby? And she's like, nah, that's a piece of shit.
Okay, dude, the cake cone has... You are insane if you think a waffle cone is better than a cake cone.
Oh,
Are you insane? A cake cone has that fucking... The reservoir at the very bottom where like the melted ice cream sits in there. That last bite of a cake cone is absolute bliss. Like
Give me
the
that
entire...
beer.
The waffle cone has more like waffle to eat for sure.
If you
But
think
I
a
feel
cake
like,
cone's better and you're not 8 years old, you're out of your goddamn mind. But you know, it's just an opinion.
dude.
Okay, cake cone lover Sam. He lives the reservoir so he can laugh up fucking
Are you
seconds.
fucking insane right now?
Oh,
Are
this
you-
is like
the last bite of a cake cone at like Chick-fil-A soft serve is like insane. That is better. I wish I could just chop the bottoms off of ice cream cones and just buy the bottoms.
that is not a you know, waffle cones cost more at an ice cream store because they're more sought after. Like they're better quality, they're bigger. It's like it's not
but
an
like-
unpopular opinion to
Yeah,
think
like a
waffle
salmon
cone
fillet is like more expensive than like you know?
than than that garlic chicken from that shithole. But like it's not better.
It's nicer. It's nicer for sure.
Yeah, I
you know?
guess I get what you're saying. Like,
But it's
quality.
like a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
You know? Like I if I'm gonna have like junk food, I want like garbage junk food.
it's not like a waffle cone's healthy.
No, but it's like a more bougie. It's like a nicer version of you know.
But you have them both. Like it's not like you don't have it. Like they go to the store to get it or something.
Okay, you know what?
This
You-
guy,
You step in my household and you disrupt the hierarchy. I had these people gaslit, and I had them. They were thinking that maybe they were wrong about Ming Tree. Maybe Ming Tree fucking rocks, and their taste buds are fucked up. And then you come in like this arbiter of what's good and what's not good, and you fucked up. You fucked it all
I didn't
up.
even say if I liked it or not.
You
Sam's
fucked
like,
it.
he fucking hates it. He fucking hates it. I'm like,
You took
no,
one
it's
bite.
pretty
Like, it's like they made your food. They're trying to sabotage me. Ming Tree's trying to fuck me.
I didn't say it was bad till you're like, you hate it. You fucking hate it. I'm like,
That shit looked like something they would serve a prisoner on Alcatraz. It was horrific. It just looked like diced up shit in a tray. It was horrible.
It didn't even taste like that bad. Like it wasn't it wasn't the worst. Like
It looked worse than it tasted.
It did look worse than it tastes, but when I ate it, I'm like, this is fine.
My sesame chicken was bomb.
Yeah,
I love my sesame chicken.
I would have still like I didn't know it would ring true because when Sam was talking about on the way, I'm like, I love Chinese. Like I'm so excited for a succulent Chinese meal. And we passed the Publix. I'm like, it'd be funny if we got pub sub instead. God, do I wish I could go back in time. Get a pub sub from in there. Some chicken tenders, some buffalo sauce.
Okay, how about this? I'll make a promise to you. Tomorrow, for lunch, we'll go get some pub subs for the family.
Awesome.
We have some pub subs.
subs.
I don't know why I'm treating you to pub subs after you fucked up my Ming Tree scam.
They're going to be like, you're King Poop. He's gotten us pub subs. Finally.
He's changed the winds.
We don't have to eat Ming Tree every day.
No more will we ever eat Ming Tree.
Garlic chicken
Ming
every
Tree
day.
out, pub sub in. Blessed be Poob.
How many letters of like thank you for better food have I gotten from your kids? They keep writing me these notes. They're like, oh my God, I hate Ming Tree. Yeah. That's basically what they said with that Mr. Poob. I got a
Madeline also wrote you a to-do list.
Yeah.
It says clean, sweep, and vacuum. I love how every single clean, sweep, and vacuum, all the words are misspelled.
S's backwards.
Yeah, S's are backwards.
A's missing.
She doesn't know how to do her S's. We tell her like a 5, and we go like write 5, and she'll like write a 5, and then we're like, now write it with some just same thing, but just round your edges. And she's like, okay, so you want me to write an S? And we're like, yeah. And she does it fucking backwards every time.
Look at this. This final. I just put that in there and closed the book.
Yeah, they have a sketch pad in the kitchen. And it's like a composition book that they just flip to a random page and scribble in. Poop drew some fucking horrifying, like a jump scare on one of the pages that they're gonna get fuking scared by eventually.
I see you. Yeah, they'll think it's funny. Yeah, this clean sweep vacuum. It's like, man, Abby probably works you to the bone around here. Like, is this what's expected? Oh my God, cleaning, sweeping.
By the way, last episode I mentioned how awesome Abby's been. For the timeline for you guys, by the way, is that Poob came down here early before he went to a family vacation for a week.
That's why I'm slightly more tan now than last episode.
And then at the end of the week, instead of riding back with his family in the car, he just gets dropped off at my house, and then he takes a plane out of here. And so it's been a week since the last episode.
And since last we saw each other.
Yeah. And in that time, Abby went from gracious, like taking care of the kids with no complaints, like, oh, you're working and stuff. This time, she pulled me by my collar like a mobster.
I saw your feet go off the ground for a second.
And she just grabbed me and pulled me close and said,
it was pretty scary.
You owe me big time.
Yeah.
I'm going to be eating gash for like a week after this. This is insane.
With no de-essing in sight.
Yes. No.
Nothing reciprocated.
No.
I'm going to be eating pee like it's my job.
Yeah.
Pee like it's my J, no de-essing either. Yeah.
I did come upstairs. I was like, it's like 4 right now. And me and Poob were just kind of sitting there.
Bottling.
We were just, we were tubing up the prints and everything. And I was like, you know what? We've been just having a good conversation hanging out. But I'm going to go up there and make sure she's okay. And I went upstairs and she was on the back porch. And all I see is the kids running back and forth in front of her. And she has her head in her hands. Just fucking like, she looked like she was just about to jump off the fucking porch and try to break her neck.
You showed me the picture. It's one of the more somber, like realistic capturings of a person's like pure emotion I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like Wit's End captured like entirely.
Yeah.
She's like screaming out to God. Like,
I remember in the very early inception of like Midjourney.
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool if I gave the Midjourney like very abstract prompts. And so it'd just be like pride.
My wife smiling.
I did like pride.
My wife happy at me.
I did do one where it was like grief.
Yeah.
And I think the image that it generated like 2 years ago when Midjourney came out was like basically the same pose.
Abby.
Yeah, it was just Abby. Like
What?
it was a person with like their head in their hands,
My
just crying.
mom loves to show it off. Like she has like this one cabinet in our house. It's like, I don't know. It's like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, that's sweet. She has a cabinet dedicated to like my sibling and I's like art, but also it's very clearly like it's a pretty small cabinet. And it's like, there's way more of it. She's just thrown away, like
Yeah.
3 kids, like one cabinet, one hutch. But I always say, I've talked about this before, but I always find it funny. Like my brother, just like really naturally talented, like sculptor. And like, he's just really artistic. Like he's just super good at drawing.
Is this the brother I met?
No.
Oh, okay.
My older brother.
The brother I met, completely talentless.
The brother you met is much more of a, like, he's into like fishing and football. He's more of like a dude's dude.
Oh, okay.
And like, he's got like a little girlfriend. And he's got all his little friends that he talked to all week. But my older brother, also a player, but no, he's just really like, he just gets like clay out of the creek and like he has this just really cool sculpture in this hutch that he made when he was in high school. And then there's mine that I made when I was in like 3rd grade, and it's just called Mother, and it's like a woman screaming, and there's just little babies stuck all over her. Like there's just like 13 little babies stuck on her, and she's like. And my mom's like, yeah, you perfectly encapsulated like the feeling of being a mother. When I see it
It's a
now, I'm
frantic
like, yeah, I'm
woman.
like, why the fuck did I? Oh, it's not like I give myself too much credit. It's just like, it's like the scream face. Like just like a bald head, like, and then it's got babies stuck all over it. And she's always like, these two are equally good. And my brother's is like an elephant warrior doing like a cool hand sign. He's got like intricate artwork all up his arms, and mine's just like,
Yeah, but what does his mean?
oh, it opens up. I don't know. It's cool.
Exactly.
I think it's an incense holder. It means
Oh,
he's
as
like
moving parts?
it means he's a stoner.
Yeah, he trumped you for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, he still does this. He has a cool. You like it? He has what's that artist called that does like the Conan art?
Frank Frazetta?
Yeah, he has like a Frank Frazetta style statue he just recently made.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
I'm at like Frazetta peak right now. I've realized I have like 3
got like
pieces.
a huge sword in my hands and like chicks on my legs.
I got like a piece right above your head. I'm looking at another lady in a display one, and then I have another one hanging on the wall in there.
Almost too much for that.
Yeah,
in one
I don't
house.
know, dude. He knows how to draw them, dude. He knows how to draw them. There's always there's a lot of babage going on, and
Patrons, if you catch it, peek in my gash also, and you see my twigs and berries. Like, it's really cold in here. So like, don't eat, like.
is it cold to you?
Well, not anymore. I
Yeah.
put these on, but guys, it's like
I've been burning up all
I
day.
normally have like huge bulge. I'm just saying. Just a good note.
Convincing, yeah.
It's normally
Normally fucking huge.
it's a big bulge, and it looks like I've got a beach ball in my pants. But right now, it's pretty money.
Bag holders meeting. Devin, if you're watching this, you got to keep that thing on you.
Devin's girlfriend that has it, give it back to Devin. Let him join a meeting.
You know he doesn't. He doesn't even want it.
No, he doesn't
No.
give a shit.
But I bought a bonsai kit. It's a mini bonsai kit. Came with Norway spruce tree seeds that I've had sitting and soaking for 24 hours. And then also, if you do want to add a kind of level of complexity, you can simulate for the seeds winter by putting them in the refrigerator for 3 weeks.
Sexual simulation on the seeds.
But I don't feel like doing that.
Marvin Gaye and giving him a tight little squeeze and rub and pinch.
But I figured it would be kind of cool if I started a bonsai tree. Yeah, if we started one right now where we plant the seed in there
Seeds of our
and we
future.
grow a podcast bonsai.
Yeah.
Now it takes
And in
about 20
100 years.
It takes about 20 years for these to come to full maturity. So by that point, our podcast will be in full swing.
And
we'll be hitting our stride.
The children of our current patrons will be enjoying the fruits of our labor.
Yep.
And yours, patrons.
Yeah. And the bonsai tree will be some sort of centerpiece among this in some way.
We'll be like somehow 80 years old.
Yeah.
In 20 years.
No, I predict in about 2 months I'll do a tweet where tree died. I forgot to water the sapling. My bad.
Fuck.
My bad, OG. It's gonna be a sprout, and I'm gonna fucking murder it somehow.
No. Imagine though how
Look at these
realistic
pruning shears they gave me.
How realistic. This kind of looks like what I shaved my mustache with. How realistic. Okay, guys, for $100, I'll cut it right now. But how, I've said this now 4 times, but cool and realistic it will be in 20 years when we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah,
and we look back and say, wow.
That's a starting
Remember that
point.
patron exclusive when we planted that tree? And then eventually, it's a full-grown tree somehow. They actually
Not fully grown. It's
like 5 feet tall.
Yeah, no, we've stunted it with our shears, and so it's like a foot tall. It needs exposed radial roots. The roots should be visible and spaced around the trunk as if it is a full-scale large tree. And the tapered trunk line. The trunk should be thicker at the bottom, narrowing gradually towards the top, with a bulk of the branches being 3/4 of the way up the trunk, as if it's supposed to just look like a large tree scaled down.
Like a tiny tree.
Like a
built
tiny
big,
tree.
but small.
Yeah, for the audio viewers, a bonsai.
Imagine a tree. And you're like, okay, cool. I like
Imagine
that.
it real small.
Now imagine it's tiny, but it's not young. It's
Well, I
a
didn't
tree.
realize there were so many like little things that they're like, oh, like, I guess a judge for a bonsai would come in and be like, your proportions are off on the trunk. I thought it was just like they just kept the tree smaller.
This looks like a tiny tree. This is as small as you can get it. It's
Well, I
this
mean,
big.
if you
It's a
fuck up your
centimeter
proportions,
big.
are they going to say this doesn't look like a small tree? Your small tree looks off.
It's a little bigger than a smallest tree ever, but still much smaller than a real tree. I guess this is still gonna. My goddamn my friend Cash. Shout out Smeum on Twitch. In college, he got a bonsai tree from his mom, and he's like, he was so cocky about it. He's like, oh yeah, I'm so excited to like trim this and care for it, and I'm gonna
Killed
grow,
it, didn't he?
Yeah, I'm gonna grow this for 50 years. Left it outside for like a weekend. I remember being like, hey man, like your little bonsai is out there. He's like, no, it's supposed to get sun. Okay, dude, like I don't think this is just left out there for like 4 months.
In the blazing sun.
It died so quick. Like
Oh
he
my
just
God.
didn't give a shit at all, but he made a big stink when he got it about like, this is my legacy, this tree.
Yeah.
My heart beats with this tree, and I'm going to take good care of it. And every time someone would be like, dude, I think you're killing that thing. He's like, nah.
Yeah.
He's the worst goddamn. I mean, he doesn't have a green thumb. He's got a brown thumb from it stuck up his butt all the time, and then back in his mouth, a soggy brown thumb, and no green on it.
I should have told Abby's grandma that's how gay people do it.
Yeah,
They actually just stick their thumb up their own ass and then suck on it.
yeah.
I'm going to go soak this little peat pad real quick, and then together we can plant our seed.
Okay, symbolic
Yeah, symbolic.
and literal. Let's see. What can I talk about while they're gone? Kate Middleton. Where is she? Well, they found out, I think. And I don't know if this is true, but Sam told me earlier that they just found out she had cancer, and that was about all of it. So a little less exciting than almost any other option. But still something. And then I don't know who wrote this, but underneath it's kind of low brow, but it says "still hot?" ? I mean, come on. I'd assume yes, but I don't know.
So
Get real.
So my Norwegian spruces are they've been soaking. The seeds have been soaking for 24 hours, and this is a little peat disc or whatever that we're going to finger a seed into, and then in like a month we should have a full-grown bonsai. I'm not going to trim it though, so it's just going to be a full-ass tree.
I mean, a full-grown bonsai could be a centimeter tall, right? Because the whole point is
I'm kind of like a legendary bonsai maker. Yeah, like
I
what's a
keep
leaf?
it just a little leaf with a tiny, smallest bonsai.
It's actually
ever.
like 20 years old, by the way. Yeah, it's been a single sprout leaf.
And then your kids are gonna come down here and rip it to shreds or something. The symbolic nature of this entire.
What's cooler, to have a 20-year-old tiny tree that looks like an old tree, or a 20-year-old sprout that still looks like a sprout, like stopping the growth process? And be like,
Eternal youth, the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, that still probably not as cool as just a full bonsai. The weird thing is, like, you can just buy a bonsai.
Shut up.
I know, but
That's half the
lame.
fun. We could also get an Ice Spice Chia Pet.
That would have been awesome to also have right now, because I've never had a chia pet, but I'm like, chia. Like, the infomercials were always like trying to tell me I wanted one, and then Kid Me was like, why do I want a Scooby-Doo chia pet? Like, what is it? I put a seed in?
Put your 2 seeds in. I put like 2 or 3 in there.
Here's my 2 seeds.
Don't trim it yet. you have the trimmers ready.
And with the seed, I bestow power upon the plant. And I just poke it in?
Yeah, just poke it in there.
Okay. Well, I did that whole thing, and somehow when I reeled my hand back, the seed fell out back into the bowl. Oh, there's 2 seeds.
I just kind of like plopped mine onto it. You were over there just like,
I think I said put it into it.
you were like doing your thumb and shit, like you were putting out a cigarette, and you still like did it.
God damn it, I can't get it. Okay, well, my seed's the one. Damn. Whatever.
Dude, you're like the clumsiest guy in the world. Tell him what you did at the beach house.
I don't want to. I ruined it for everyone on the last day, because I've been known to break a bottle or 2. In a rage at a fat kid eating a donut? Maybe. Probably not. At the clumsiness of my own hand? Sure. I've probably told it before, but I remember one of the most embarrassing events of my life. I went to a girl's house that I had a crush on, and her parents were like, they were well off. And they ended up giving me a sippy cup by the end of the night, because I had spilled my drink so much. I mean, there's like a reason why I'm like, my Twitch, I've got a spill counter that's at like 700. Like, I talk with my hands a lot. I've been so intentionally since then, like clasping my hands or trying to keep them. Like, I just talk with my hands.
Wait, that was at a girlfriend's house where they give you a sippy cup?
It wasn't a girlfriend. They said it was a girl I had a crush on.
Oh, okay.
Big difference, actually. I had an incredible difference. Anywho, they gave me a
that
sippy
kind of
cup.
takes some of the any play you had out of it when she sees you sipping on a sippy cup.
Yeah, it still was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the sippy cup didn't help. But also, it kind of looked a little hot going, oh shit. And I like, oh, it's getting hot in here. And I poured the sippy cup on myself.
You drivel little drops of milk on your head.
Yeah, well, I had milk in it. Yeah, I was spilling my milk so much that I started crying, and they gave me a sippy cup. No, but
You were like 15. How old were you?
I was like 22. Like, I was like a grown man. I'm just like clumsy. I'm not. Well, it's a weird thing, because like I don't really think I'm clumsy with like my feet.
Yeah.
Like, I think I step pretty, like, I don't trip much. Okay, you're going to think of the fire pit or something, but, like, I don't
You're sitting dead still for that. You tripped, not even moving.
Yeah, I honestly, like, I've got pretty nimble feet. Like, I think I'm quite nimble. I walk with intent, but my hands fail me.
He talks like Kramer from Seinfeld. Like, he's constantly...
I do. No,
moves
I
his
do
hands a lot.
walk well. I walk like a person, even with these beautiful legs, but my hands are less coordinated or something. And I had already broken a mug this week there's like one common area where people walk around outside, and I don't even know what happened. Like, I just dropped I think I have like a weak grasp or something. Like, my mug just fell out of my hands. So I'm like, oh shit. It exploded, and I had to spend like 20 minutes like, did I get it all? I didn't. Like, kids are walking around like, ow, what was that? And I'm like, no, bro, it could be a thorn.
Bloody footprints
Yeah,
around.
they're like, Jesus Christ. There's like a handle in their foot. And then on the last day, I just grabbed my Corona, and I'm like, whoops. And like, I grabbed it, and it had condensation on it. When it just flew out, and like before it hit the ground, I was like, no! Exploded into a trillion pieces, and my dad was just like, God damn it. He's like, all right, nobody can walk barefoot out here. And he like did a big
At the beach.
Yeah, he did like a big announcement. It's like, no one be barefoot. I'm like, that's all people are here. Yeah. Like, now I've destroyed it. And I spent like an hour straight like scanning the ground, like I even did like a little, like I walked around barefoot to like see if I'd step on any. I did a couple pieces and I'd pick it up and throw it away. But there was still like no barefoot people, and everyone was just looking at me like, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like you're clumsy.
When I went to go pick him up this morning, they threw him out of the car unceremoniously. Take him back.
And then they threw a bottle at my head and said, nah, it doesn't feel so good when you step on glass.
And I was like, I don't see what their problem is, dude. You're always welcome at my house. And then he comes over to my house and ruins my goddamn favorite dinner place. So I'll never be able to eat there again.
That's your favorite dinner place. You're a piece of shit. Like, no offense to Ming Tree if you guys are listening. Like, we'd take a sponsor, but it's so mid. Their crab rangoon is. When I ate it, I said no cream cheese. When Abby ate it, she said no crab. So there's something incredible missing out of it. Yeah, there might be nothing in it but fried shell. I don't know what it's lacking, but it's clearly lacking a massive ingredient. And then, as he said, my food, somehow this is my fault for not liking the place.
It sounds like you're the common denominator on people's sorrow.
No.
You break the glass.
Let's say that it's my fault that Sam's family.
Yeah.
How many times do you mention my food looked like dog slop? I didn't make the food, okay? I just ordered it.
You ordered it.
It's a thing they sell.
I was like, hey, I'm going to call it there and I'm going to order the usual. You know, like the sesame chicken, the General Tso's, the fucking
that's why
sweet
I
and
thought
sour.
I'll get something a little different.
You ordered some crazy shit.
I like Thai way more. Like I wanted like something.
Then we should have gone to a Thai place. You ordered weird like backroom shit off the menu.
Garlic chicken is like it was like right there on the menu, like backroom shit. I wasn't like, hey, what's the craziest fucking thing you have?
You're like, I want an animal style, I want chicken animal style. You ordered off the secret menu.
Well, I was just gonna get the like fucking beef plate before that, and I'm like, garlic chicken, that can be good. I like both those things.
Don't ever be adventurous, dude.
That's not even that's not even a crazy thing to order at a Chinese restaurant.
It is when you're ordering from my favorite Chinese restaurant that
chicken,
you're fucking up.
I'm going really crazy here. Garlic and chicken, two things that have never been combined. No one knows what those two things would taste like. It's like ordering a hamburger at like a fucking Italian place. Like, I'm not really going crazy.
This isn't an Italian place. This is a Chinese place. Garlic chicken it's new territory for them, all right?
I mean, I don't know why I ordered it.
I don't know why you ordered it either.
Because I thought it would be.
and then
because it's apparently the best.
And proceeded
Chinese
to fucking
place
unionize my family against me.
Those kids are like, Daddy, it burns. I don't like it.
And then you were over there going, yeah, Dad, I don't like it either. We should do something about it.
One of his kids ate part of an egg roll and she cried and was like, my teeth hurt. My teeth hurt. And she ran.
Abby had to scurry her out of there because she was just like, my mouth is in extreme pain. That's not like us riffing. That is exactly what happened.
Like minutes after us eating. I fucked this place up. They're clearly like casting.
You guys were
like
eating
evil.
it wrong.
You're supposed to only eat the sesame chicken. If you just eat the sesame chicken, it's incredible.
Dude,
if you stray off that at all.
After another beer and some smoke, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to love the shit out of that sesame chicken, okay? Fuck you.
Did you throw away my garlic chicken?
I should bring it down here and fucking throw it at your face like a cream pie.
Let's see what the audience thinks. Would you eat this? I actually didn't even mind it. Like, but it's like, I think the problem for me is, look how much that thing's grown.
Whoa. See the bonsai art, it's already on its way.
The thing for me is like, I know how well Abby cooks, and like the food I've had every day here, I'm like, this is the best food I've had in so long. And then Sam's like,
I said, stop making that slop.
Yeah,
honey.
instead of what Abby wants, how about I order from a place no one likes? And just I like,
okay,
and ruin Poop's last day in Florida by making him get sick.
I went upstairs. I see her basically sobbing into her hands, being surrounded by kids. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say get in there and cook a goddamn meal. So I was like, I'll do you a solid. I'll get that meal you hate so much.
Yeah, I'll make you feel better.
Yeah,
I'll get that place I know you don't like.
I just want to say, when you leave here,
yeah,
you have left a fucking stain. Like your presence. Just like at that fucking beach house where now there's caltrops of glass broken in the courtyard.
Like
Now you've fucked up my
Well, okay.
culinary prospects for the next year at least.
I wanted to also make note though that when you were in the car and you were saying, "Hey, this is a divided opinion," you weren't like, "Please, man, like have my back on this." You were like, "Whatever you think about it is going to be a big decision." Like you weren't telling me how to feel.
No,
you
I was
were
telling
leaving
you
it up
the
to
weight
me.
of your.
And I was being. I didn't even. Once again, I didn't say I didn't like it until Sam was like, he fucking hates it. He thinks it's fucking dog
Well, it's
food.
it's because you put a spoonful in your mouth and your face turned green.
I fill up quick.
Your face turned
at first,
green.
I liked it more, and then Sam and Abby were like, he fucking hates it. It's poison. And I was like, okay, this is funny. Yeah, it is poison. It's dog shit.
You were dry heaving over the garbage
No.
can. I knew.
I ate like a fourth of that goddamn garlic chicken. I ate like a fourth of one regular meal. That's not bad. That's not bad.
He does. That is why he's so thin and in fighting form. He eats like a little bird.
So thin. That's why I weigh
Yeah.
140 pounds.
you eat like a little chicken. You go chirp, chirp, chirp.
I'm not like
Your plate looked hilarious where you would take like 2 little pieces of chicken. Then there's just a desert of porcelain in between your next meal. Whereas mine's just like I pile shit up like a big mountain of meat and rice and fucking
you are
noodle.
far too hard on yourself. Like what do you weigh? Like 10 more pounds than me?
I weigh 250.
Like what? Like 70 more pounds than me?
Yeah.
But
I'm a whole ass person more than you.
I'm not gonna arm wrestle this guy. This guy's 270, 290. We said 300, 320. No, but you are too hard on yourself. But anyway, I'm peckish at times, and I fill up quick. So it's not that I eat 3 tiny meals a day. I eat like 8 really tiny meals.
You're like a
day.
bodybuilder.
No. Yeah, I mean a little. Yeah, like kind of. But no, not at all. I just fill up really quick and then I'm like hungry every 30 minutes, you know.
My stomach is huge and my fucking bladder is even bigger. Like I can go all day without pissing.
Glutonius the gluttonous. I piss
Yeah.
every 30 minutes.
I'm like an obese person waiting to burst out. I'll be there eventually. Be like morbidly
one
obese.
day I'm gonna
just-
be a beast.
Yeah. I have it in me. I have it in me is what I'm saying.
I wish I did a little like that hunger, that appetite.
Yeah.
But also, like, one of my friends, like Will, that I eat with a lot, I always call him the garbage disposal, and I love it because I'll order a meal, I can't finish. He always can. You know, it's like it's like a symbiotic relationship because I get a little weird sexual arousal out of seeing him eat it all, and he gets more full. Same with, like, lettuce. Lettuce is, like, kind of a garbage disposal.
You kind of have a feeder mentality.
Yeah, like feeder mentality.
Yeah. By the way, you guys go to r/feeders on Reddit. It's just a whole subreddit.
Check me out. I'm like top comment of thanks for the gold, stranger, on every post.
Yeah. Every post is just like a morbidly obese person going like, "What do you want me to eat next? I can't stop eating."
I don't know, Ming tree or whatever. No, please, I'll eat dog shit before I eat that. I'll eat my own kids. I just don't want Ming tree.
Those fucking animals on r/feeder, they would come for some goddamn Ming tree.
Garlic chicken, they'd eat it up.
Out of a big fucking wine box that they give it to you.
Yeah.
Here's your big slop box, your big trough of shit.
Yeah. No to-go boxes necessary. Just put it in that trough with all the food loose. Give me a fork. I don't care. Give me a funnel. Just fucking shovel it in. I've always wanted lettuce, and my friend Will to. In it, the way I describe it, it almost does sound like I'm a feeder. It almost does sound sexual.
I was like watching.
But
these
I've
boys
always
eat.
wanted them to be in the same place and eating. And I've always wanted to see, like, go to an all-you-can-eat buffet and see who quits first. Because lettuce is obviously a huge dude.
Yeah.
My friend Will is, like, kind of a cut dude. Like, he's not fat at all. Lettuce isn't either, but he's not, like, nearly as big as lettuce.
Yeah. Lettuce doesn't look like he's winning any races, but he's strong.
Yeah, and lettuce, you look at him and you say, yeah, this guy could eat, like, a fuck. He probably eats a lot. But my friend Will, I've seen him eat 12 eggs in one sitting. I've seen him order things called the garbage disposal at place. You know, he eats an incredible amount. He has
Does he run?
I don't
he
know
like a
exactly
runner?
what kind of working out he does. No, but he's always been like this since we were little kids. Like, he can just eat a fuck ton. And every time I've told Lettuce, like, yeah, my friend Will might, you know, you might have competition. He's like, no, like, I got it. So I just really want to sit down. So, like, I've told him before, like, I'll buy plane tickets. I'll buy a hotel. I'll buy the restaurant bill. I just want to see who can eat more. And it's not a sexual thing for me.
And you want to be the guy supplying the food.
And I want to supply the food, and I want to watch closely.
And when they have a little dribble down their chin, you're going to be there with a little napkin.
It's like, I'm like Dana White, you know?
To wipe it
I'm just
off.
like, I want to curate these fights. But for me, it's like, I don't want to see these two fight each other. Like,
Yeah.
I love them. You know, I just want to see them
compete
eat.
for the love of the eat.
And I want to feed them and be a feeder. And I want them to be eaters. And I would like to see them eat so much their bellies get so big I could climb up inside them and be birthed back
I feel like
out.
Lettuce would win. I don't know the other guy, but
No, but see, that's what everyone thinks. And I genuinely
Lettuce. I've
it
never
doesn't
seen,
matter. It does not matter what you say. You've never seen this guy eat. It's Goliath and whatever the guy is, you know.
David.
Yeah, sure. David. I don't know.
As Lettuce David on account of him being so short.
Lettuce.
Or,
It's like, yeah, an Oompa Loompa eating against a minion. No, Lettuce is like Goliath, like a really tiny version of Goliath. Like
Yeah.
a 5, I don't know.
Like
what,
5'3"
5'4"?
Goliath,
yeah.
yeah.
5'3" Goliath. And Will's like a 5'5" David.
Okay.
So regular.
So it's just like an even fight.
Yeah.
It's just like 100%
No, but
even.
Goliath in this case is like twice as wide.
Yeah.
And you'd assume he could eat just an incredible amount more.
For the audio
But also-
listeners, Lettuce is built a lot like a Roblox character.
Yeah.
Like,
But also, keep in mind,
He's a wide boy.
I was in Chicago recently with Lettuce, and he ordered a deep dish pizza with his girlfriend,
Hmm.
and they did not finish it.
You know why they didn't finish it?
Don't give me any bullshit, but sure.
Because he's a sex freak, and you know he's like, I'm on vacation, we're fucking later. He didn't want to overeat.
Dude, I don't give a shit. I mean, she ordered her own meal also. Like, she's an eater, too. They both eat a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm a feeder. So I was like getting rock solid. No, I was third wheeling hard for that dinner. But I was watching Lettuce closely and seeing his eating habits because, of course, he can eat so much. But he stopped with about a fourth of the pizza left. And I just thought, you know, Will, as impossible as it would seem, he'd eat that entire pizza.
I also want to say that Lettuce, in the instances that I have seen him put away food, I bet you when you saw him with the deep dish, he had his protein powders and all those weird little concoctions already. He still had it. In San Diego, when he was throwing food back, he had ran out of all that stuff. So he needed the calories. And he was willing, you know, so he didn't lose nothing, any of his muscle mass.
Here's the difference.
He was willing to sit there and he turned into an animal.
Lettuce is you know why he's eating all that? You're saying it. He's eating it all because he needs to obtain a certain amount of muscle mass.
Yeah.
Right? He needs to keep up it's a science to him. To Will, it's an art. To Will, he's eating because he fucking loves to eat food. So like he hits that point of no return. He doesn't care. He's still eating.
How does he stay thin? Does he work out like a lot?
He works out a good amount. I just assume good well, when he was a kid, he was fat.
Yeah.
Then he got thin. Then he got fat again.
Uh-huh.
And then now he's in great shape.
Have you seen those like Casey Neistat videos where
This is why I need them to
he'll
eat
go on
together.
like a 12-mile run,
Mhm.
and then he's just like, yeah, that's the hardest part of doing that is that now I have to eat like 4,000 calories in the day. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
Will would say, thank God.
Yeah.
Now I get to eat so much
My
more
appetite. Yeah, I'm
than I
a
used
ravenous
to.
little boy. Like
Dude.
I need to run. I've tried running before though, and I have short legs, and oh boy, my fat ass causes them shin splints.
Dude, Yeah, and shin splints suck. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to be fat to get shin splints. They're just an awful thing.
Yeah.
You run too much, you don't do it enough, and what shin splints are from like a lack of also like hydration or potassium or something. Like I think I could be completely wrong, but like you have some like you don't get cramps, you're probably not going to get shin splints, but what the fuck do I know? I'm not a runner.
I thought it was from the weight of my body coming down on my little legs, and then my legs, the bones were bending and fracturing from the weight. And I thought it
my
was
shins are splitting.
yeah. I thought
fuck.
I thought it was basically like my legs. I had kind of like micro broken them, and then they were repairing themselves.
You know what's insane? Like even in the podcasts we normally do, I could always do this, but
Yeah.
for some reason I'm more inclined in person to just pick up my phone and go, "What causes
shin
splints?"
splints? I'm pretty sure it's microfractures.
And I could just know.
I think it's microfractures.
I would believe that, but I just don't know like what's caused. Is it literally? It can't
It's just the
be from
stress
being
of your
fat.
like you
Okay.
landing on your legs. That's why like people that do heel strike running, where they land heel first, they're more prone to having knee and shin splint problems. So that's why it's important for you to learn how to run first. You know what I'm gonna do? My next big frontier in self help, I guess my health journey that I'm never really starting, is I want to get like those barefoot shoes.
Oh, dude, I don't think those are good. I mean, they would fucking kill me. But
They would kill you. You're flat footed. But I'm hoping that'll help my gait because I'm kind of like a heel stomper. When I walk, I walk heel first. And I don't want to, 20 years from now, I'm going to be like, oh, my knees. That's just my little Linus Tech tip for the patrons out there. Watch out for your knees, guys. Okay. I also went to the doctors recently and I was like, hey, what's up with this blood pressure? 130 over 80 isn't bad, but it's at the upper level of being bad. And if you live with that for like 2 decades, that'll
Wait,
kill
what are you
you.
talking about? Blood pressure?
Slightly elevated blood pressure.
I don't know. I have no idea what my blood pressure is.
You're
When
so cool, calm, and collected. I bet yours is sitting low at like
When I ordered that
122.
donut, though,
Oh, I'm sure it was high.
because like, dude, that was weird. My dad this week was talking to me. He's like, I'm like glad, like you're such a like calm presence. Like you're just very like zen,
Mm-hmm.
and like I feel like you and I, he's like, like we just don't get mad about much or anything. I'm like, oh my god.
You didn't see me at those donuts,
You
Dad.
should have seen me. I told him about the donuts. I told him about it when I killed those kids. He's like, that's weird. I feel like you don't normally get mad at people. And I'm like, oh my God. Like when it's,
Yeah.
when I haven't had my coffee.
You haven't seen me
Shin
ordering
splints,
simple
when
shit.
this is why we never look shit up because it's just a bunch of like, it doesn't even truly say what they are, but it's caused by, like too much stress on the shin bone and the tissues by it. And also, like, ill-fitting shoes can cause them. It's basically, though, from too much exercise, like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Eventually, it can lead to, like, a fracture.
Ooh.
Dude,
Imagine running with shin splints and your leg just snaps like a pencil.
I used to get shin splints all the time in soccer, and they are not pretty. Shin splints with a cramp in your tummy, with a, like, you're running so much, you're like, gagging. Really not pleasant. It actually sucks. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the
Sounds
cooler
good on
things.
paper. But yeah,
Not
actually,
fun.
the
Not fun.
combination, not fun, makes you feel like you never want to actually exercise again. And once you're done, you're like, I'm good. But for me, I was hoping this week I'd bike a lot. Like last year when I went to this place. Ooh, can I hit that?
Yeah, here you go. Here you
I
go,
was
bro.
hoping I'd bike a lot and like get back into exercise because I fell off like probably 5 months ago. But for like probably the longest period of my life since high school, like it wasn't even that long, like 5 months I worked out.
Yeah.
That was like really good for me. And then now I've been off for like probably 7 months, 6 months.
I think I've stopped working out about 5 or 6 months ago as well. And I think I know why we both stopped working out. And it was when my mom passed. It impacted us both so much.
That day I looked at the moon and I said, I'll make a silent vow. I will never improve my body again, and I will drink
Until
even
Sam's
more-
ready.
and I will drink even more beer until Sam is ready,
And then
until in recovery,
yeah.
until he is completely not drinking beer at all,
Yeah.
and he's working out like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I am built funny. Which is,
Yeah, you're built like Hitmonlee.
whatever. Whatever.
You're built like Dee Dee from Dexter's Lab.
No. Well, a little like the head and the legs. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, honestly. But tits, yeah. No. I'm built like, what's the sexiest Pokemon? Not like Hitmonlee, like Machamp or something. You said I don't look like my dad, which is where we differ, because everyone in my family says I look like my
Maybe
dad.
he's got the exact opposite facial hair of you. He's got like
Well, facial hair isn't like how you look.
I know, but
really.
it's hard to see behind
Yeah.
the. And I also didn't just fucking like grab his head and go, "Let me look at you really good."
He pulled out this little metal.
Yeah, yeah. I pulled out the
Well,
calipers to do my phrenology.
You don't normally need to grab someone super close to see how
No,
they
I
look.
need to
You
do it
can
like a
see
blind person where they feel their face. Let me feel your proportions.
I think I can normally tell what a person looks like from about 5-6 feet away, but yeah. Let me see here. What are you?
Your
my-
brother definitely looks a lot like you.
Yeah.
More so than your dad, I think.
Ah.
The only thing else of interest that I can think of that's been kind of like sitting in my mind, not so much because of the current capabilities of it, but the future implications of it, is that Neuralink that they've successfully implanted into a patient, and they had like a video from one of the developers, and it's like it's a paraplegic guy that got into a. By the way, the article fucks it up. Like the official article, they're like, he got into a bad driving accident. And I watched the interview with him. And he's like, yeah, I got into a freak diving accident. Like the person that wrote the article fucked it up. Didn't even listen to him.
I was drunk diving, you see. And the article guy's like, oh, drunk driving, of course.
Yeah, he dove into a shallow pool or something. So they really got like the intellectual
I mean, it's not
finest,
funny,
yeah, for this Neuralink thing. And don't dive into really shallow areas, guys.
Yeah, I think there's signs for that. Anyway, this genius tweeted. Did he even tweet something funny, or was it just bullshit?
They
saw it.
they put the Neuralink chip in his mind, and he has no like he can't move his hands or his legs or anything.
No,
and now
it's
he's able
awful.
to fully control like a laptop, and he's like playing chess on the laptop with just his mind. And then like what's funny too is he's just like on the laptop, and he's like, they're like, what are you doing now? He's like, I'm playing chess. He's like blasting Van Halen. And the guy's like, well, this is kind of like going up on Twitter. Can you like turn down the music? And he's like, okay. Like he uses his mind, actually very quickly turns off the music with just his mind, which is awesome.
Just his mind.
Just his mind.
Just his
Music
mind,
turned
dog.
off. I gotta know, like, in what capacity in his mind is he just like move the cursor up there, or
Kill this interviewer.
do
Oh
like
my God.
yeah, if he was like on Microsoft Word typing, you know, if like an intrusive thought
Yeah,
came
well,
in, would it just type it?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking like if I'm being interviewed and that's like, all right, make this tweet. It's porn.
Yeah.
Porn. Oh,
Like, what
oh,
if he's
fuck.
just like fat fucking juicy tits? Oh shit, they googled it.
Oh,
Oh fuck.
me banging the interviewer.
Yeah.
No.
Who's this interviewer? Interviewer bust size. Interviewer fat tits.
Google, show me this interviewer's ball sack. Oh fuck. Yeah, I don't know how that works. I mean,
And
I'm
then
sure.
what about the capacity for like, imagine like a person can come up behind you and like scan and get your fucking credit card information, like hackers. Like, what
Yeah.
if hacking into someone's Neuralink chip?
Dude, that's like the cyberpunk game. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's like a huge
It's
premise.
horrifying.
Yeah, I mean I'd probably hack in there, do some crazy stuff, like show them videos of me like dancing and feeding them food, like make them eat it. But no, yeah, I mean I don't know if that's like Yeah, what
If I got Abby, got Abby a knurling chip, I would just hack into her mind and convince her that I look like George Clooney or something.
You love Ming Tree.
Yeah, you love Ming Tree. And
I'm Brad Pitt.
this cock is the biggest cock that has ever been seen. The one that you get.
I'm
on the
funny.
reg. Yeah, I'm funny as hell.
My food taste is good.
Yeah.
Cake cone is better than waffle cone.
Well, now you're just like spitting facts that she will already know. So
Yeah, she thought you were the dumbest bitch in the world when you said that. Yeah, what if a guy with Neuralink gets hit by an EMP? I mean, would that hurt any? If I got hit with an EMP, would that feel bad?
if you put like a 9-volt battery up against his head, does it make him dance
If
like
you-
Bender
if-
when he gets
yeah.
a magnet on his head?
made me swallow an EMP grenade, would I feel bad like as a normal person? Like if it blew up inside me, a big like EMP?
Oh wait, I do want to say, when editing the last episode, I had to go get clips from the stuff that we talked about. So They Live and They Came Together and that Workaholics episode. And let me tell you, I do admire something about you, and that's your just completely, you just like what you like, regardless of critical reception. Because They Came Together, the clips where I like got the one of Michael Shannon running with a sword had like 40,000 views. I've never seen a movie clip with that few views, and there was just a lot of people in the comments going like, I didn't even know this movie came out. Like, when did this movie come from? And then that episode of Workaholics, I found a Reddit thread about it, and people are like, that episode sucked. That was the most annoying guy in the world. What's the guy's name that's like the sex pest in the episode, the dating episode?
Oh, Adam? Wait, oh no, Blake?
Yeah, Blake.
Yeah.
Blake from
Where he's like,
Workaholics.
yeah. I mean, it's like so, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point. Is he's
when are you
being
gonna
the
go
most
wipe
annoying.
your butt?
Yeah. Yeah. He's in. It's funny because he's that annoying.
Yeah, he's an insane. He's supposed
People
to be
that
the
don't
most
get
insanely
that.
annoying thing. But there was
Whatever.
the people that were talking about it were like, this is. It's. I get it that he's supposed to be annoying, but I literally can't get through the episode because of how much he pisses me off.
I mean, I would like to think most people, they like what they like. Like I appreciate you saying that, but
Not me. I watch something and then I immediately go see the reviews to verify whether or not I'm right.
I watch a lot of
Because I have so much self-doubt on whether or not my opinion is valid.
Yeah, and even that I don't think it's fair. Like I definitely like my opinion being validated, Like I enjoy it when I look something up and people are like, this fucking rocks, and if you think this rocks, you rock. Like I'm like, holy shit, I rock.
Have you ever liked a movie and then I just told you 2 instances.
Yeah, no,
But,
there's just a lot of stuff I like that is not popular in reviews.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like having it when other people like it, but I don't mind if people hate it and I like it. You know, it's like, what does it matter? I fucking like this thing. What makes me look like I've got like bad taste or something, maybe. Blah, blah, blah. If you watch that episode and you don't laugh, I frankly just like, I don't have a lot. I just don't have a lot in common comedy wise with you. And that's okay with me because, people have different tastes, but you might be a redneck if you do watch that episode and you don't laugh. And that's a double joke, is redneck the thing. Whatever. Hey, what's up, you fucking guys? This
is literally though. This one's like a postcog. Like we're doing the outro.
Okay, guys,
at the
postcog.
end.
If you watch the whole thing, you're gonna say, "Wow, that's right when they cut from earlier." I've just postcogged. Oh
I'm
my
posting.
God.
I am posting.
I'm postcogging in my pants, man. I precogged. Oh, I'm sorry. I precogged. This is now the outro, which is needed.
Wait, what is precogging?
Precogging is when you shoot cum out your dick like way too quick.
It's when you know you're going to come in the future.
Yeah.
Oh my God, in 5 minutes I'm going to get hard and come so hard.
Yeah, minutes.
Well, it only works as a precog if
Yeah.
if you know it before the erection occurs.
What the hell? I just walked into a speedway. How am I going to come in 5 minutes? Oh, shit. And then you're like on edge. You're like,
Yeah.
where am I? Because like,
How's it gonna happen? And then Tom Cruise lands in his helicopter.
I'm gonna come in 5 minutes. Holy
Tom
shit!
Cruise is applying lipstick running across the parking lot.
I'm in the middle of nowhere. Tom Cruise shows up. Oh, fuck!
He's bouncing on it.
Oh, holy shit! Tom Cruise is bouncing. Oh my god! He does his own stunts.
That's why we respect him, dude. We respect Tom for that.
When he was bouncing on that couch in that interview. Holy shit, he's bouncing on it. We could probably find a fucking news reel from the time where they're like, Tom Cruise is bouncing on it.
Yeah.
Put that in for some reason into this episode. That could be good.
But I think we're gonna end this episode
Yeah.
with maybe some of those songs I wrote for Poop. And I contracted.
We already played him earlier, like 4 times.
We played 2 of them.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna play at least 1 on the way out, just to play us off. Play us off, Johnny.
Driving through the night, windows down, wind in my hair. Got my shades on, feeling like a debonair. Headed to Blountstown, gotta pick up my friend Poop. We're gonna hit the town, make some memories, just me and you. Blountstown dreaming, neon lights gleaming. Cruising through the city, feeling oh so free. With my good friend Poop, this is where we wanna be. Blountstown dreaming, just you and me. You and me, rocking to the beats and pop bumping through the speakers. We'll dance on